ImAlexx on the beat, we'll be rolling shit. Amigos on the beat, we'll be...
You can't kill my confidence, you can't gon' give a fuck, that's what they do. You can't kill my confidence, you can't gon' give a fuck, that's what they do. You can't kill my confidence, you can't gon' give a fuck, that's what they tell me. All the fucks I ever gave
Man, oh man, am I excited. Bit of an emergency stream today. Hello. Hello, guys. What's up? Oh, boy. You know, man, they don't make fucking crazy people like Alex anymore, all right? They don't make them like that, all right? There's a brand of YouTuber that's like, you know, the fucking, like, narcissistic person. They don't make them like Alex, okay? They don't make them like Alex. Alex is a creature from an older time on the internet, okay? Some of you might not have been around, but I talk about it pretty regularly, so I might as well repeat a little bit of it for those of you that are new Andes that are not veterans to my decade-long micro internet celebrity journey. Yeah, let's talk. Alex. I used to know Alex. I was friends with Alex. I was actually pretty close friends with Alex back in the day. Right up until I, focused on schooling, and then like a bunch of stuff happened, right? I know some of that is featured in here. I was involved in the Slazo stuff back in the day. I was there. I was Alexander Hamilton, man. I was in the room when it happened. I don't know if it was him that sang that song, but I was fucking there. All right. So I have a firsthand account of that. And I've repeated the firsthand account. I've told stories. I've told you all what kind of person Alex is like. Alex is a person. And I was not surprised to find out the things that came out about him. There were rumors prior to it leaking, and then it leaked. And it happened. And then we got here. I will tell you this. I have it on good authority that this has been in the works since before Alice made her statement. He has been developing this since before that. And the thesis statement that he was going with, even before Alice put out her story, is that it was mutually abusive. Now, I'm going to say a bit of an old adage here, but two wrongs don't make a right, chat. Two wrongs don't make a right. But that was what Alex was going with, right? I distinctly remember a story I was told about, like, Alex sitting on a YouTuber's couch, crying his eyes out, how his career was numbered, and that it was all going to come out, but that people didn't understand it was actually mutually abusive, and that, he's not that bad of a guy.
6 months of membership, doing this before I have to clock back in from break.
Thank you, T. Thank you, T. Very poggies. Now, yeah, so Alex had a plan for months, and he, from what I was told, moved back home. And for that time, he went and he cooked on this. And from what I was told, basically the entirety of England hated him. His whole hometown knew about this. And Alex, over the years, has developed quite a reputation. So I'll be talking about it. I don't know if the Brits that I'm still friendly with will pop in. I'm sure Blues Dank has some incredible things he could say about ImAlexx as well. Not putting him on the spot. I think Henry's a stand-up guy. But there's a lot that could be said about Mr. Brick Lover over here. Yeah, the whole him saying the N-word thing was another one that happened in this drama. Dude, we all said the N-word back then. All of us in the group, right? But the thing that happened is that as we separated from the group, we grew out of these things. And these Yakubian, young celebrity people fucking moved on and stopped.
Falgi said to give you money and tell you to show Tibby.
I'm cold right now, personally, so I think I'm gonna stay zipped up. That's what it is when you grew up. Yeah. But Alex was he was a character. He was dramatic. He was always dysfunctional, always emotional, prone to outbursts of anger. He was very demanding and had very strict ideals of what he wanted from the lot of us, right? He wasn't the only person that was like that, but he was one that I very distinctly remember being like that. And it was very interesting because the guy himself is really, like, he doesn't, in my opinion, from my experiences with him, he never really took care of himself. Meanwhile, he was one of those guys who would be like, let me tell you how to make $1 billion type of people. And it was like, okay, buddy, Mr. Unsolicited Advice. Calm down. But, yes, here it is, man. Here it is. The ImAlexx My Response video. Hour 42 minutes. And hopefully I can add some nuance as a former Alex friend. a former Alex co-worker, if you will, as well as being somebody who was hanging around in the cruise that Alex was around in. And, you know, I will say, I do think it's very funny how a lot of the Brits reacted to this and have reacted to this whole drama because they were all aware of how dysfunctional, emotional, and petulant of a person Alex was. And the only reason they didn't say anything is because a lot of them were just as bad. For whatever people say about American commentary, the attitude in Britain was always a lot more tea type people. You know what I mean? So I don't really have a good opinion of most of them. I've talked a lot of shit about some of them on the stream before. But, you know, it's always not surprising when I see them show up and be the instigators of things that they don't need to be involved in. You know what I mean?
This video is my response to allegations made by my ex-girlfriend Alice Hez, who I was in a relationship with for the majority of 2023. Alice hit me, kicked me, emotionally...
Okay, so I think we even seeing Alice's statements, people could kind of suss out, you know, there was a bit more going on here. Alice was hiding some stuff, you know. Alice herself said slurs. Alice herself seemed a bit all over the place, all that stuff. I think this video is really interesting because I think he edited it like a YouTube video, right? You gotta understand, Alex is the type of guy that's that brain rotted with content, okay? He would be that kind of guy, right? And I think it's very fucking funny that he's like, you know, blasting the screenshots and then saying these will be covered in the video. Who is this fella? Dude, Henry, dude. Our guy is back, Henry. Our guy is back. You know, I was just telling people, I'm like, you know, I have a unique perspective on this because I knew Alex. You know, we were friends, man. You spend more time with Alex than me, though. I will say that.
You made my day. I'm in my sky saddy music mood, but you Trump that cause you make me smile.
Mayhaps. Oh my god. Now, by the way, when you get to it, okay. I know his skin condition thing again. No fucking way he talks about his skin condition. Oh my god. Dude's addressing all the allegations, dude. Well, at the risk of sounding petty, Alex just never learned to shave. Really. Bro, it's the same shit we both have. You just need cream. It's not a disease.
verbally and physically abused me, as well as threatened me and blackmailed me constantly throughout our relationship. Alice has continued to harass me by posting false information about me, as well as fabricating stories about our relationship online to this day. All of this...
All right, buddy. Listen, you show screenshots on a video, right? You got worse at shaving. Wild Spartans could never save him. You know, Brandon's probably laughing his ass off at how this guy could never grow up. All right? You know, I caught up with Wild Spartans not too long ago, and
Draftl celebrates 14 months of membership. Alex is a person who just end the twink.
You know, I caught up with Brandon a while ago, and it's crazy to see how much growth he had as like a person versus like Alex's growth, right? And Alex is older than Brandon, so that's fucking impressive.
covered in detail
We can all come together and relate on this
in this video, and for full clarity, I will be reading from a document that I have written to make sure that this is treated with the seriousness that it deserves. Since our relationship ended, Alice has lied continuously for the last 12 months that I was under
DM sent to Jay Aubrey. I mentioned in my statement that I would be releasing anything until I wouldn't be releasing anything until he ever responded and tried to avoid accountability or twist the narrative to get out of what he's done. because that's what he threatened he would do. And realistically, I think there's enough evidence out there for everyone to know and understand how shitty he was to me and as a person, you know? And it's been dropped, and it's been dropped. Police don't do anything about situations like this. They never have unless I took this to court or he contacted me again. But he's been put in a system, so anyone who knows Clare's law works can use this information to stay safe from him.
Sid the Sloth with Brick TV allegations is a wild storyboard for Ice Age.
Dude, you know, all Alex had to do was probably... I mean, he needed to fix everything. There was no fixing that. Dude, Twink Death is going to hit him hard. You realistically think that this is for everyone, blah, blah, blah. So, I will say this. I do remember Alex keeping tabs on his, like, quote-unquote enemies, right? Back in the day. That was definitely something out there. He's got a lot of the vibes of Illuminati in his attitude and his behavior, as well as his dysfunctionality.
Under a police investigation. Do friends, ex-girlfriend.
It's okay to go further with the police. Would you be okay with maybe making your own statement to back mine? I think if they hear from his ex-partners about the same behavior, it'll help out a lot, but I understand if not. TikTok's DMs sent to me by my ex, Jess Carter. Alex, if you are in the stream on a burner, please tell us your shaving routine.
And YouTube commentary channel.
Dude, Cavos mentioned it.
I can't believe Diesel will fight the British in the streets. Make it happen, Daddy Keem.
Now, I mean, I'm hilariously irrelevant, but I would kill Alex if I fought him in a ring, dude. I would destroy him. Dude, the hate Alex has for Cavos goes back years, dude. These guys have been beefing for like a decade. They've been beefing for like a decade, dude. All right? I can only imagine the rants that Alex had gone on about Cavos over the years, okay? I remember Alex ranting about Cavos back in the day, dude. We'd be even prior to Skype or prior to Discord, right? I would remember the rants. It existed forever.
Alice has continued to make false allegations about me to this.
Did you ever press charges against him? I did everything I could. Yes. Well, that's a very vague statement, so I don't know if that's a false allegation. It's kind of just like she's burying the lead there a little bit.
Day and said that she had pressed charges against me.
Of course he responded. Dude's a professional hater too, dude. I put respect on that, man. Cavos puts in the work.
A comment on TikTok. This is a lie, as at no point have I been interviewed, arrested, or charged.
Well, okay, no. That's not. She didn't say yes. I pressed charges. I know she's burying the lead there, right? She's not being very honest about that statement, right? And I can understand how you would interpret that as that.
On TikTok.
But you're like couching the statement in like an air of uncredibility already.
This is a lie, as at no point have
By the way, even if Alice is like a psychotic BPD girly, how does that undo Alex being a BPD man? Right? How does that undo that? Because it really doesn't. He could be just as bad as Alice, and it wouldn't change the fact that he was also bad. Yeah, that to me just reads like she didn't press charges, but did everything she felt she could do. Yeah, that's how I just... Yeah, I feel like that's what it is, right?
I've been interviewed, arrested, or charged with a crime, but Alice continues to slander me publicly with these lies. Alice said that future partners can check Claire's law, and later claimed she got me put down.
Yeah, plus he was like this to every ex of his ever. Oh my god. Well, the thing is that Alex was a gossipy little bitch, dude. All right, even comedically, people like ImAlexx would be like, if you want everyone to know about your business, you tell Alex. Other than the boyfriend, he stole his Switch. I won't force Henry on stream if he doesn't want to.
down in the system so that any future partners who know how Clare's Law works can use this information to stay safe from me. The information that is accessible through Clare's Law would be a criminal record, also known as a criminal history. All of this information is available on the Clare's Law website, which I will link in the description. Alice has said that Clare's Law can be used and that I am in the system, alleging that I am a convicted criminal.
Whoa, I don't think that's what Clare's Law is. From what I remember, we were talking about this with the cataclysm stuff, right? And it doesn't have to do with just if you've been charged with anything, if I'm correct on that. I don't know if there's any moderators. Dude, everybody's like, this is a bad time. Google? Hold on. All right, sure, let's Google what's in Clare's Law.
We need an ImAlexx versus Carver's 60 minutes interview on his usage of bits in his relationship.
All right, I've pulled it up. So he only screenshotted this part. The domestic violence disclosure scheme lets you or any member of the public formally request or receive usually confidential information about a romantic partner's criminal history. This might be a current partner who you're worried might have been abusive in the past. It can be an ex-partner you were no longer involved with, but believe may be a threat to your safety. You can make applications if you believe you're personally at risk of abuse or concerned on behalf of a close friend or relative. Chud Logic just looked it up and you don't need a conviction. Okay, so then he's just lying. So that's just a lie. I'll read it myself because I wanna corroborate that. I'm sure Chud looked it up, but I just want to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence on that. Let's see. Under Clare's Law, you have two rights: the right to ask and know. Means you can note a DVD's application to ask a current or ex-partner that you might think of a record of abusive behavior or violence. So, like, let's say, if the police, okay, so let's say the police are called to your house for a domestic in the UK, that gets filed away, and the DVD would have that on file for that incident. Because police, at least here in the States, I assume it's the same thing for the UK, right? Police still have to file paperwork when they go visit your house, talk to you, ask questions, right? Like, even if you don't press charges, they still have to fill out that fucking paperwork. Okay. Clare's Law disclosure takes into account different definitions of domestic abuse. Okay. Domestic abuse can be defined as an incident or patterns of controlling, coercive, threatening, or degrading behavior. Police will normally take different definitions of abuse into account when considering what information to disclose as part of the applications. So it could just be like, this happened, and then you lock it down in a document, and then it's there, right? So it doesn't need a conviction to be there. So this kind of statement is just him abusing his audience's lack of understanding of British law. And I'm not like claiming to be an expert on British law, but it doesn't sound like it's just related to convictions. Like, criminal history can imply tons of different things too. Criminal history doesn't say criminal convictions, right? He's saying like it's convictions, but criminal history doesn't imply convictions. I mean, criminal history could include stuff like a fucking parking ticket or an altercation you had with police where you were let go after an evening, right?
Said that Clare's Law can be used and that I am in the system, alleging that I am a convicted criminal or that I have a criminal record. Alice,
I'm surprised he's not wearing his merch. Did he sell the Gucci? Dude, that was another thing. Speaking of, guys, my favorite part of Alex is when he moved on from wearing all the internet sensation merch to just wearing the fugly ass Gucci clothes, okay? Because he's like one of those people that like needs to show off his wealth all the time. Dude, We'll talk about it when we get to the Slazo stuff, because I know that's in here, but I've told the story where he was wearing that green sequin tiger Gucci sweater, okay, and talking about Slazo on the back porch next to a pool where Boogie2988 was telling Jeff Holiday's wife that her pussy smelled like roses, and he was threatening to kill himself. I'm sorry, that was like a activating statement.
It also says in the same messages that the police didn't do anything at all. These statements completely contradict.
Henry, you were at the party, right? You were at the party where fucking... I'm sorry Boogie said that. Henry, were you at the party? Okay, because I remember I was there. Okay, good. All right. There we go. All right. We got photographed. Do you remember? Yes, I remember Quackity in the kitchen eating a bunch of hot dogs. All right. Since like the cat's out of the bag, I'll tell you who I was sitting in the back outside with, right? Because I know it comes up, right? I was sitting out back, right? And the person sitting on the chair next to me, as Alex was telling this story to another YouTuber that I won't name because they were smart enough not to say anything, right? It was okay, so it's me, King Anna, Alex, other YouTuber.
Each other, as it would not be possible for the police to have done nothing and for the police to have put me on the system as a convicted criminal or as someone with a criminal record. Alice's story continues to make no sense, as Alice later said that I was charged by police, but this would not be possible if the police never did anything at all. Alice claims she had achieved her goal of getting me put on a list accessible via Claire's...
It's all my... Oh, we need a time machine. I can fix this. Listen. I went to Fanuele Hall with Call Me Carson and his crew, and then Carson was canceled, okay? Things just happened.
law, and that she had saved people because of this. None of the statements made about the police investigation make any sense, as Alice claims she had put me on a list that would require me having a criminal...
What? Motherfucker. Okay, here's another thing. Alex keeps bringing up the same screenshots over and over again. We might as well be on the flight logs. Henry, we gotta catch up. Dude.
record and a caution...
She posted the report, by the way. Let's pull it up. Oh, womp womp. Good afternoon, Alice. As discussed during our telephone call, please find the attached document containing the safeguarding advice in relation to the above crime report. And then here's all the stuff. And then key information. Incident crime number, as well as the date, brief details of the incident. The victim reports that 2 months after dating, her ex-partner began to become verbally, physically, and mentally abusive towards her. After 2 days of living together, he had pulled her to the ground, put her in a headlock, and covered her mouth because he wanted her to shut up before screaming insults at her and sending her abusive texts, telling her to kill herself. And breaking my neck and my cat's, she reports that he would call her numerous times before claiming that she needs him, as everything she does amounts to nothing. Dude, drink every time he shows the Jay Aubrey DM. Dude, you know why? He's probably really pissed Jay Aubrey covered him, okay? It's PC Hammond from Kent Police. I'm contacting you regarding your crime report. It's an incidents report, basically. Yeah, so this is like the police doing paperwork regarding like an incident that was called in.
The police, but also says the police didn't do anything at all. This is because Alice is and always was lying. I would like to make it incredibly clear. I have never been contacted, approached, or interviewed by police at any point in my life. And I do not have
It's because it wasn't pressing charges, dude. It was an incident report.
record or any cautions. Claiming that I am a convicted criminal.
Oh my god. Smaggle, you're right. He does sound a lot.
A criminal history is the first of many lies that will be covered in this video. There has at no point ever been a police investigation, but Alice has continuously lied to hide the truth about what really...
Did you expect Alex to make a response in 2025? Be honest. Nah, I didn't think he would make a response at all.
...happened in our relationship and solidify the false narrative that she's built about me over the last year. Alice wrote all of these messages and posted the document knowing that the police investigation was a lie, as it would not be possible for Alice to share any information.
So, listen. Okay, guys. Let's say that someone is under investigation by the police. What are the police not going to do first? What are they not going to do? They're probably not going to go to the person that's under investigation and tell them, right? Because they can do things like remove their messages and hide evidence, right? They'd want them to think everything's fine. Why would you ever stop someone when they're making a mistake?
If this was at any point an ongoing case. A YouTube commentary channel called Samuel said that she had been dealing with...
Dude, fucking Samuel mention is real funny, dude. You know what's even better? I guarantee you guys, Alex sits around and he watched every single commentary glump shitter who covered him. Okay? Because Alex was like that when I was homies with them. All right? He was like that now. Dude, we were sitting in that Airbnb. Reddit crew was sitting in that Airbnb during the Slazo stuff, right? They were sitting in there watching Turkey Tom on the fucking Chromecast. All right? They were all sitting around. We were there. I was in the room.
Instead of immediately taking it to social media when he spoke to Alice.
Hey, I just thought I'd come in to say that I've spoke to Alice, the ex of Alex, and I've also spoke to ImAlexx. Now, Alice is dealing with this with the police as well. Has got the police involved. So instead of just immediately taking it to social media and speaking about it, has also got the police.
Saying you have spoken to InAbber. Guys, I've spoken to InAbber. InAbber has spoken on this. Listen, man, I'm not a huge Fraser fan, okay? It's like saying you ask your thugs for its thought on the situation. Dude,
He's involved beforehand. And is dealing with it that way. She's going to the police about that, trying to get the situation sorted properly before she speaks about it online.
You ever think Alex went to see how much plastic surgery costs to fix how far his eyes are?
Dude, he thinks he's a dime, man. He thinks he's hot. Oh, fruit time. Hold on. I'll bring out the fruit for you guys with the attention deficit disorder. Here we go. There you go. Boom. Oh, you get too much fruit, all right? You need only one fruit, all right? Just for now, just for now.
This twink is so dumb. Broken heart emoji. Wrap it up, lil bro. Put the merch into the bag. Over 1 hour of 1 horsepower voice ain't saving anything.
Which is definitely a change. Usually people just immediately come online to speak about stuff and air it all out before going to the police.
This is a lie, as Alice had already posted months before she had released the document that I was on.
Claire's little comment in April 2024. Document. Wait a second. What?
Before going to the police.
This is a lie, as Alice had already posted months before she had released the document that I was on Clare's Law and a comment on TikTok in April 20.
Hold on.
Which is definitely a change. Usually people just immediately come online to speak about stuff and air it all out before going to the police.
This is a lie, as Alice had already posted months before she had released the document that I was on Clare's Law and a comment on TikTok in April 2024. This would mean the police investigation had already finished and that I would have a criminal record 3 months after we had broken up, which...
So that's in May when it's all finalized.
I didn't even know this guy, but Twink Death comes.
Oh, I accidentally made it full screen. There. Well, you know, Chris, you mentioned Raging Gay Man. I always feel like Alex was a bit performatively bisexual, but I guess he did have a boyfriend one time, and there was a Switch that was stolen, so there is that, but that was like a really long fucking time ago. Also, in that, my experience is they never get saved. They have to find out on their own. Hopefully, they know how to check Claire's law. But is this directly in reference to Alex? Is she directly mentioning Alex in that, or like is it applied to a TikTok where Alex is being talked about?
Which would be impossible. Alice had also posted a video in April saying that she wanted to save the next girl that I would date.
When it gets so bad, you don't get jealous for the next girl. You just want to save her. Oh boy. Would it be something you could address one day? I don't want to be supporting this person. Hope you're okay. When I'm ready. So she's not even saying who it is now. Are you ever going to talk about what Alex did or just keep passively aggressively posting stuff? I'll speak about my own experiences when I'm ready. Don't push victims. You're the reason one wouldn't speak out. All right, Alice. You're the one posting about it.
Bisexual versus FPS Diesel performative, not bisexual.
Now this VOD ain't gonna get. Now we're not gonna get monetized on this VOD by all this copyrighted music, motherfucker.
2 months after Alice had posted videos and comments about me. Samuel says Alice does not want to come out and talk about this until after the police investigation had taken place, which was a lie. This is not how anything is unfolded publicly at all. Alice has been posting about me constantly and also released an entire document about me.
I mean, what is this? August of last year?
About me
Dude, this guy was tracking everything from the moment it was happening.
Constantly, and also released an entire document about me after lying that I was on Claire's law. She did not wait for a police investigation because she knew there wasn't one. And Alice later admitted that this was the case and that the police didn't.
All that's left is for Kavos and him to box. Nah, this guy shouldn't get money. Honestly, like he's gonna make a fucking killing off of that. All right, like he'll be fine. He'll go back and he'll make good, decent money on this channel. I'm sure he will, right? But it's like he'll get more credit than is necessary, right? For boxing someone, and it's like, why does anybody want to give Alex kudos? The guy sucks. Who said anything about money? Are they just gonna fight in the street?
Do anything. At one point, Alice claimed I hadn't responded as she speculated that the police had contacted me, and that was why I hadn't replied. Alice was upset this.
No, you didn't reply because you were crashing out, bro. All right, I know that's why you didn't reply. You had a mental episode, okay? You were having a mental episode in front of your friends, bro. All right, and then you decided to move back home.
Message had been leaked in a YouTube video, as she hadn't intended for it to be posted publicly, as it would be incredibly clear that she was lying about the police investigating me to the point where she was actively speculating and telling lies when questioned about it. At this time, Alice reached out to my ex-girlfriends privately and asked my ex-girlfriend Jess to plan a statement to back up hers, lying about the involvement of the police to convince people that her story was the truth. Alice has continued to post about me and harass me to this day, despite stating in her document that she was going to move on with her life after it was released in June. Since Alice, despite stating in her document that she was going to move on with her life after
until he ever responds.
It was released
okay.
In June.
I don't understand the clarity in presenting the information that way, right? So she's like,
people that her story was the truth. Alice has continued to post about me and her.
He should have taken notes from Quiet. Well, the thing is I always hear conversations where people look at Quiet's response and they say, I want to make a response like his. But it's like, brother,
of membership.
First of all, Quiet's like response happened for very particular reasons, okay? And in very particular ways. And also quite ran it by people, okay, who would be critical of him, okay? He ran it by people so that way he could make sure that he was doing the right thing, all right? And quite had moments, all right? But like the first trick is to not be guilty, yeah.
Harassed me to this day, despite stating in her document that she was going to move on with her
I mentioned in my statement I won't be releasing anything until he ever responds.
life after it.
So that's her talking about releasing a statement and then not saying anything. But he's treating it as like she said she wouldn't say anything, but then she released her statement. He's presenting her words backwards there. Am I reading that correctly? Am I understanding the media here? Am I literate in this exposed video?
Was released in June. Since Alice's doc
It sounded like I'm going to release my statement and then not say or release any more evidence until after he says something. No, he is trying to get even. That's the kind of person he is.
document, she went on to post many things on Twitter, TikTok, and in statements that contradict her story. One of the contradictions made was in a series of tweets Alice posted asking for YouTubers to reach out to her.
The fact private DMs get put in videos without contact me or asking for permission is crazy. Shows people are really out for themselves. All right, listen, if you're going to start publishing fucking DMs to the internet, I'm sorry, but if it is 3 people or more removed, those messages are public. Period.
So she can do interviews for their videos on the false police investigation after her document was posted. Alice did multiple interviews where she has lied about me having a criminal record via
Dude, DM sent to Jay Aubrey, dude. DM sent to Jay Aubrey.
Clare's law and being under investigation by police. She continued doing this for months, and these lies have been shared in many videos. Alice said that she can give updates and that people should message her directly, even though in these messages, Alice said that she hadn't received any updates or heard anything.
Hey, since it was reported before I came out publicly, I haven't heard from them or Alex. I asked for an update a few days ago, and I'm waiting to hear from anyone, but I assume his silence could be from them contacting him, but I doubt it. I can't confirm until I have an update. So Alice is working. So in July, I can tell you that Alice is working without a full set of knowledge of what Alex is doing. Alex knew about this for months before it came out. For months, okay? Alex took flights to see people where he would crash out with them, okay? He knew about it for a long time, right? So he deliberately was waiting for Alice to put out her statement first. I know he was waiting for Alice to put out her statement first. I have it on good authority that he was, all right? So that's that's why he wasn't fucking talking about it.
From police at all. She told YouTubers she couldn't share information.
The man went on a date with James Charles. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Until everything with the false police investigation had finished.
And Alice as well, speaking to her, she
Oh, wait.
does want to like come out.
Tell me you're trolling. Well, where he would go to like hang out with people and talk about it. Yes, because he gossips all the time. I'm being dead serious. You're being dead serious. He went on a date with James Charles. When did that happen? Diesel, can you meow for Lumpy Willie? You know, if somebody pays $5, I'll meow right now, right this instant.
Speak about this, like eventually after like all the police
Diesel, don't meow for us for the love of God.
stuff, and just wants to be able to get all the information. She's got proof as well, and she wants to be able to get all that out there once she's spoken to the police properly.
So June 12th, right? So people were talking about it before the document was made because, of course, it was making the rounds. I knew about it before it came out. We all knew about it before it came out, as is the case with things. Okay, well, you know what? Dude, between that and we got a stream elements, don't know, Jesus.
I've been able to catch the stream live. Whoop. Can't wait to see how this crashes.
Thank you, Lumpy Willie. Here. You'll get your meow after the TTS. Oh my God. Meow. That was a
Chicken
terrible meow.
_ the
That was a terrible one.
Swede celebrates 10 months of membership.
What's
Where
a
are
what's
watermelon?
what's a revolver
You promised
ocelot
us
do?
Watermelon emoji.
He's like,
watermelon
"Rawr,"
emoji.
and he like does
emoji.
that, and then he takes out his guns and he spins it around.
Meow diesel.
Story at no point has made any
I just made you $20, aren't I awesome? Thank you, Lumpy.
any sense, as Alice says that she would only post about this after the police investigation had finished, but then continued to say
January, February, April, May. So the investigation finished in May. All the paperwork was filed in May, and then she made a statement in June. What?
says that
So
she
yeah, that happens. This happened after.
would only post about this after the police investigation had finished,
So that was after. Yeah.
but then continued to say that the police were involved months after she had posted her document, which once again shows that Alice was lying.
That doesn't show that Alice is lying. The police can be involved. Okay? It doesn't mean that they're actively investigating. Okay? They filed the paperwork, they put it in the system. That means the police are involved. You're really fucking beating around the bush there, bro.
The entire time. Alice claims she can provide updates to YouTubers in this tweet, but made an excuse to people she was arguing with on Twitter that the reason she couldn't provide updates to them was because of the fact
Are you taking a piss? They're for videos. They're literally for videos, blah, blah, blah. I'm not afraid of giving you more evidence or context. If you're set on this narrative, I can easily break that down for you. Because if you need that statement, you'd see I said I have plenty more evidence and can release it now because everything with the police is finished. Yeah, because it finished in May.
that there was a police investigation and that she wasn't allowed to share anything until it was finished, and that now it had finally finished, she could share more information again. This makes
I kind of feel like Alex is presenting this in a way that is deliberately backwards and all over the place in order to obfuscate the reality of it, right? Where it's like, okay, if you wanted to prove that she's mutually abusive, sure. But the whole like she's a liar because of this police investigation
almost
thing
watermelon
is like
season
the
again.
fakest part of
Diesel.
this. Okay? Like you could fucking do this without talking about this because this is a very easily verifiable statement. It's almost watermelon season again, Diesel. I know.
no sense, as Alice had already shared an entire document about me and was then asking people if
Yeah, but she even said that she didn't share all the information, and you put that. What the fuck? What 1 year of living in your four walls and no friends will do to you?
she could continue to share more information about me in interviews on her Twitter that were then posted onto YouTube. Alice wrote right at the end of her document that for legal and obvious reasons, she wouldn't attach all the evidence she has, but in due time, it may be made public. Not only is this not how police investigations work, but Alice
What do you mean that's not how police investigations work, buddy? What are you fucking talking about? Are you stupid?
at the end of her document that for legal and obvious reasons, she wouldn't attach all the evidence she has, but in due time, it may be made public. Not only is this not how police
That is literally how it works. That is literally how it works. You were lying through your teeth, you sick fuck.
investigations work, but Alice has not posted more evidence since, despite saying the supposed investigation had now.
Yeah, because she said she was going to wait until you responded to make a statement. It's right there. You posted it in the video. You posted the screenshots in this video.
Now ended. This is because
I'm sorry. Is anybody actually going to accept this shit? Like I literally haven't gotten to the mutually abusive part of this. I know that that comes up, and I'm willing to agree that that exists. But how the fuck does that absolve Alex of anything? How does that excuse any of the "I'm gonna bash your head in with a brick" statements? Huh? How's that gonna undo any of that? That doesn't undo any of that shit.
there never was an investigation, as it was a lie. It would not have been possible.
You're just saying it's a lie and repeating it authoritatively as an attempt to win. But that's like not how this works, okay? Like you watch lyrics, you know we all sit here and watch a billion fucking exposed videos a day, okay?
for Alice to share anything at all by her own admission if there actually ever was a police
He doesn't even address the brick thing. This guy should actually bite a brick, okay? This guy should bite a brick and then, I don't know, I guess... Smaggle, you want to smack him on the back of the head? Yes.
investigation in place. Alice has continuously lied and claimed that this was the only thing stopping her from releasing information, and she acknowledged this herself in this tweet and when speaking to YouTubers. The
This guy repeats the same screenshot so many times, dude.
reality is, there never was a police investigation, which Alice later admitted to. This is why Alice decided to publicize a heavily edited version of events to damage my reputation with false stories and lies, like alleging I'm a convicted criminal with a
No, that's a lie. You're presenting that incorrectly on purpose. You're presenting that incorrectly on purpose, okay? All right, it's criminal history, not criminal convictions. It even says so in that screenshot, bro.
criminal record. I have taken my time gathering information and evidence as Alice has continued to lie.
Did this guy run it by anybody? Okay, like Henry, I don't know if you're still connected with any of British commentary, but did he run this by anybody? You don't have to say who. I just want to know if it was ran by somebody before he posted this, because this is not good. All right, this is a terrible start. With what friends? Yeah, they were all snakes in the grass anyway.
About me and the abuse she put me through during our relationship, whilst blackmailing me and threatening me.
We'd know. Yeah, we'd know. Everybody gossips. It appears to have been a shock. That's great.
Alice has created a one-sided narrative that does not show the reality of what had happened during our relationship. Due to Alice's constant posting about me and my own personal issues, my response has been delayed many times, and all of this will be covered throughout this video. When Alice's story was questioned by people on Twitter, she responded with threats to leak my phone number, whilst also insulting me and anyone who pointed out these inconsistencies in.
Yes, which is exactly why people were sitting around going, damn, this Alice chick is crazy. All right? Because saying that, like, oh, I'm going to leak his phone number is fucking nuts.
Her document. Alice would then block these people after arguing and insulting them for
Yeah, yeah, because sometimes people had legitimate criticisms and Alice wouldn't want to listen to it. Yes.
replying to her posts as they were highlighting many of the inconsistencies and lies that Alice had made. Alice changed her Google document multiple times to hide these criticisms and has cropped messages that showed her using the
Oh my god, cope and seethe! Cope and seethe! Dude, cope and seethe mentioned! Let's go, man! So it's pulling apart the doc that got dropped in ImAlexx and noticed that a few of the screenshots have been cropped. Interestingly, they've been cropped within the doc itself, so Google preserved the rest of the image data, which I was able to extract. Here's the uncropped screenshots. I write in my statement multiple times that I became reckless with my use of language because this was so normalized by Alex. I'm well aware this doesn't excuse my use of the word, but it's an honest explanation. I apologize for any offense this caused. Guys! Racist N-word. I have blurred this so the video doesn't... Guys, if Alex puts the N-word in his video, it'll get taken down. Of course you guys were both saying slurs, bro. Of course you were, dude.
same racial slurs that she had accused me of bringing into our relationship, as it directly contradicted her story. This was unacceptable behavior, and I deeply regret using such horrific language.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You've been using fucking the N-word for the last decade, motherfucker. Oh, I deeply regret it. Motherfucker, you've been saying the N-word since we were like 16, 17, okay? I was saying it too. I'll say it. Listen, guys, I've said the N-word. FBI said the N-word. All right, he's done it. Okay, but this guy is sitting here like he's like, I deeply regret it. No, you regret getting caught, motherfucker. We all know you were saying it. Everyone was saying it.
And this will be further addressed in this video.
What do you mean further addressed? You said the N-word. End of conversation. You said it a lot. I would join Discord calls and Alex would be like, what up, my
Alice has erased any evidence that these events had taken place or that she had been at any point abusive, physically, verbally, or emotionally towards me. And this proceeds throughout her entire document, which has since been edited multiple times, which was pointed out by a user on Twitter. Alice's entire story has been built on lies, and in this video I will be showing screenshot evidence that directly refutes the claims that she is...
Dude, he's teasing stuff in the fucking doc. He's teasing his response, dude. It's an hour long. You don't need to tease it. Just do it. Diesel, you're Latino. We assume you have it, okay? I mean, it's like weird when you're Latino, right? So I you know, it's not like part of my common vernacular. But you know, I've said it.
Made against me, as Alice intentionally left out hundreds of text conversations that would disprove her stories and false narrative that she has created. Instead, it would show that Alice had been abusing me for our entire relationship.
Yeah, and so this is the thesis statement I told you guys at the beginning of the stream, right? I knew that this is how he was going to structure his video, right? Because before Alice put out her statement, this is what he was going with.
She has not stopped harassing me for the last year.
Guys, she has not stopped harassing me. Doesn't at Alex once in those, by the way.
Using me for our entire relationship, and that she has not stopped harassing me for the last year. Alice has made tweets stating that I do not have any trauma from our relationship together.
Okay, another thing, yeah, like Henry said earlier, Alex would talk about all of his relationships like he had fucking trauma, okay? Like, this guy would be coming out of every relationship being like, this was the worst experience I've ever had in my life. It was so miserable. It was so bad, blah, 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 blah.
And that she never hit me. These statements are untrue, and in fact, Alice admits to slapping me and pushing me in another in her own document. Alice had also been kicking me, which she admitted to me on Facebook Messenger after she had lied that I was on Clare's law. And
I gave him trauma. I'm sorry, but Alex has so much responsibility and culpability with this Lazo stuff that I hate his fucking guts. I'm sorry, I don't like this guy. I hate him.
all of this will be covered separately throughout this video. Alice has done all of this despite claiming she was never physically abusive at any point in our relationship, which
She's been posting on Twitter saying she was also toxic.
is a lie, as Alice was physically abusing me regularly, which she has hidden and now lied about publicly. Alice also posted a series of tweets in an argument on Twitter, stating that I do
Not to be that. No, I won't say that. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Quite shouting at him in the club is personally, yeah, it's my personality right now, dude. Yeah. Bo Blacks, it's time.
not have BPD, also known as borderline personality disorder.
Wait, hold on. What?
Which she has hidden and now lied about publicly. Alice also posted a series of tweets in an argument on Twitter, stating that I do not have BPD, also known as borderline personality disorder. Alice has even gone as far.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen, man. I'm certain you have BPD, all right? But you having BPD doesn't excuse your actions, all right? It just explains them. Welcome back, Bo Blacks.
As diagnosing me as a narcissist in her
Alice calls me a narcissist and refers to herself, dude. Yeah. Listen, man. Commentary tracked that it was weird that she called herself an empath. That shit was tracked the second it happened, all right? But Alex, in my opinion, you're a fucking narcissist, dude. All right? You only cared about yourself in every single relationship, okay? Every friendship, all right? You were the main character of every fucking scenario, okay?
a document, and she claimed that she is an empath. I was diagnosed
It's gonna be crazy when Alex's gawk gets leaked, man.
by my psychiatrist.
No fucking way you are posting this. You are actually deranged. You're deranged. You're posting... Guys, she's wrong. Here's my medical records. Yeah, you're crazy, buddy. Congratulations. Wow. Holy shit. Okay, Boogie. You know, guys, I think I got a former moderator who did something similar, man. I got a former moderator who posted every single fucking x-ray they got, man. Dude, Boogie, Bo Blacks, take your pick. Take your pick of schizo, dude.
What they believe to be emotionally unstable personality disorder, also known as borderline personality disorder. I was then referred to my local community mental health team after the diagnosis from my psychiatrist. To claim that I haven't been diagnosed with BPD is untrue. Alice has made multiple tweets spreading false information about my medical...
Guys, she was mutually abusive. Here's my medical records to prove that I have BPD.
history, whilst continuing to...
Boogie walked so Alex could run.
Dude, so true. Imagine outing the thing everyone already knew. I know, man. It's crazy.
Lie during these arguments she has online regarding me. Alice replied to a tweet which she believed was about me, where she denied that I have BPD, as she thought the original tweet was in
Well, you know what? I don't like. In her defense, how would she know your medical records? Okay, I mean, we all know them now, so that's fine.
defense of me. When it was pointed out the tweets were not about me and that they were about another YouTuber, Alice tried to justify her ongoing posts lying about me.
Dude, Nicholas Diorio, shout out. Another commentary lore tidbit, dude. Fucking a lot of the Reddit crew motherfuckers, right? Not the ones I still talk to, right? The ones I still talk to are pretty chill. And I mean, Bluesdank is an example of that, right? You know how many people have been afraid of Nicholas Diorio? This is an example of people afraid of Nicholas Diorio. Okay, this guy's dude. This Italian pinball lover, okay, scares the ever living shit out of people. All right.
As simply sharing information, even though nobody had asked, and she had said she wasn't going to post about me after the document was released. Due to
You know how, like, it must bite, like, it must chap his ass to have to put a fucking Nicholas Diorio screenshot in this.
to the police investigation that she had lied about. Alice has continued to try and remain in control of the narrative surrounding me and my life for the last 12 months by spreading many lies, including this one. Alice has opened her document by saying that I will make a contradicting response to the allegations that she has made against
No shit you would make a contradicting response. Like you would do anything else, dude.
me, and that after posting her statement she can move on with her life. But this was a lie, as Alice has continued to post about me many times online to this day.
Yeah, man, I think she might have some friends that are not great that might enable her you know, to live through it again and again, okay?
As I have shown and will show throughout this video. Alice claimed that I threatened her not to come forward with her story and repeats this when talking with YouTube commentary channels. Alice shows no proof of this, and that is because this is the exact opposite.
Because, you know, one of the things that Alex would do back in the day, right? He always thought he was better than commentary channels, right? It was always look down on them because they report on things or talk about things and make people look bad, right? It was always like a snithing, like, these fucking guys, like a Turkey Tom or a Diorio, right? It was always like that. And I come to find out, as I get involved with the commentary guys, right, and I get to meet them, I've had a few interactions with Tom. I mean, we're not like I don't. Tom and I walk different paths in life, so it's kind of hard for us to like understand each other. But Tom has always been like a very polite guy. I talked with Tom privately about the Slazo stuff, and I was like, yeah, and I explained what I've told you to chat, right? Nicholas Diorio is great. He's a really positive person. He has a lot of good energy to give. He's a really kind person. He's a lot nicer than people seem to give him credit for, right? He's just a very principled person. He has a lot of beliefs that he wants to share, which is why he's been a successful streamer, right? But I thought for the longest time that these people are fucking crazy, all right? Krista Nark included. Why are you lying? Yeah, I forgot. We're actually a big mafia, and we all do. He's literally evil. I know, dude. He's evil, dude. People from New York, literally evil. Many such cases. Don't ruin his reputation, damn it. Yeah, man. I can't say he's a nice guy, dude. I'm putting the cabal at risk right now. I know. I have been paid by Diorio to say that. I'm sorry.
Alice had been threatening and blackmailing me throughout our relationship and months after it had ended. I had told my friends that Alice had been hitting me.
Stop with the cabal memes. You're right. Sorry, I forgot. I'm being paid off by Israel.
Alice denied this on text when she found out and threatened to sue me if I continued to tell people she had been hitting me throughout our relationship. Alice...
Dude, stop. This guy speeds by the fucking screenshots. Were you watching Alex back in 2016, Diesel? I was friends with Alex back in 2016.
I had told my friends that Alice had been hitting me.
That's true. That's true. He did go and tell people
Alice
that.
Denied this on
and all of your friends thought you were fucking crazy. About and forgiving every time you do this to me. This is about me getting assaulted. I'm confused. No, this is about us and what you did to me. Do you want to talk about it? I want you to leave me alone forever. Stop trying to be civil with me and say shit like that behind my back. Saying I used to hit you is insane, and I can sue you for that. I would have preferred to just talk to you all about this since the start.
Text when she found out and threatened to sue me if I continued to tell people she had been hitting me for.
Well, you were trying to. Okay, let's be clear, Alex. You were, and it was only to the big YouTubers. You were going to big YouTubers and being like, "This Alice girl, she's mean to me. She abuses me. She's not very good. She hits me. She hits me, YouTuber. Please don't believe her when her message comes out." And then it came out, and they saw the brick clip, and they went, "Ugh."
Our relationship. Alice says that my story will contradict hers, and that is because Alice knows that our relationship is not how she has portrayed it online. Alice has lied constantly, and I can prove this with the text evidence that she is intentionally not included.
She was trying to hit me. She was hitting me once again. So I said, chat. I said I was going to hit her in the head with a brick.
As it contradicts her own story. Alice says we had a huge fight where I dragged her.
He grabbed my hood and pulled me back until I fell to the floor. He told me that I'm not getting away, so I got up and made a run for the bathroom. He gets in my way, grabs me, puts me in a headlock, covers my mouth because I'm screaming for him to get off of me. Okay.
Covered her mouth and put her in a headlock, and that this happened on the 19th of October, a few days after we had moved in with each other. There are no texts from this time that even suggest that we were fighting or had been in a fight.
Whoa, what the fuck what do you mean? Of course there's gonna be no text. You were living together, motherfucker. Hey, we're living together. We're gonna yell at each other in person. It's easier. All right, like what do you mean there's no, of course there's no fucking text of this time. It was in person.
And that's because this did not happen.
That's not that. What do you mean, dude? That's like a completely different thing, dude. Guys, this fight did not happen because there was no text. Man, if only someone recorded the times there were screams and stuff. Yeah.
On the 19th of October, Alice asked me to call, and the next text message was Alice asking me to sort out my bike in the garage. Later that same day, Alice asked me what's happening, and I tell her the cat had shut me in the cupboard because I was fixing our heating. And then that night we texted.
Why were you in the cupboard?
Texted about packages arriving the next day. At one past mid.
Guys, they had an argument in person and then they didn't talk about it over text. Man, this dysfunctional couple had an argument over text or an argument in person and then didn't talk about it over text. Crazy.
Midnight, Alice tells me she'd made me pizza, and then on the 20th of October, Alice asked me what I want from the shop, and then we go on to talk about buying Pokemon cards. To claim we had a huge fight where I'd physically assaulted Alice is a lie.
What you can't... Okay, first of all, she has audio recordings of this.
Never did these things Alice has accused me of doing, because this never happened. Alice has texted her mum and used this as proof that this event had taken place after screenshotting the text in real time, as the messages display the words today instead of the date that they were taken. Alice knew she would be using them in her document, and that she had been planning this full...
Alright, well, how am I supposed to know that Alice was gonna... Like... Now you're just guessing what Alice was thinking, dude.
Matters. At the end of the day, he's still Alex. And this entire situation was nothing but karmic justice. He lost. And now he's just limping.
Yeah, he is, dude. He is, dude. It's honestly kind of impressive that he's done this he's literally a commentary veteran. You'd think he would have fucking learned how to make a response video.
Story about me. Alice has used these texts to make it seem like
It's like, oh, she took the text the day of and then screenshotted them on the day. That's because Alice knew she would be using them in her response. What do you can read her fucking mind? I don't know.
Physically assaulted her when this never happened. This isn't the only time Alice has used similar proof to claim something had happened which had never taken place at all.
Okay, literally, if there's a recording of the argument, okay, the recording of the argument exists. Hold on. You know what? Let's just pull up Alice's statement. I think it's inside there, so let's just get it. Let's just get it. Is it this? Oh, here we go.
Over what? I don't understand. Because I ain't got anything fucking to be stuck up over. But for some reason,
So this might be a different argument because it says following me after he kicked me and I'm packing my things. So this might be a different argument.
enough for you. You get to do whatever you fucking want all day. It's like, and then you look like a fucking miserable fucking little cunt all the time. Like, your face is annoying to look at, like when I come downstairs. Like, I actually fed up of looking
Yeah,
at
this is
you,
the last fight. It's a different fight.
which is why I sleep
Well, we might as well watch it just that way we all understand what we're dealing with here.
downstairs, so I don't want to have to go upstairs and, oh, you're taking all the covers. It's like, fucking woman, just like fucking ask me to buy another one or stop fucking complaining. Like, nothing, the thing is, it annoys me is nothing needs to be an argument because everything is fixable. Buy a new duvet, I sleep downstairs. But no, you've always got to act like none of this stuff can, because you don't actually try and fix any of your fucking problems. Like, it's infuriating at this point. Like earlier, your business.
What is this shuffling? It's in her like pants pocket or her hoodie pocket.
Who really fucking cares what you have to say?
He argues like a child. Let's play the famous brick. Let's play the brick.
Sorry first.
So I'm a fucking whore mouth bitch retard cunt.
Is it generally because you're just fucking brain dead?
Yeah, I'm very brain dead, yeah.
Is that why you decided to go on the fucking offensive instead of the
Didn't go on the
maybe?
offensive.
Okay. I don't know what to call what you did. It was weird. It's always weird. You always take the fucking weird route. Just do the normal route, which is just do the normal route, but a normal girlfriend.
You're
would do,
acting
and go,
like
"Oh, I
this
didn't-
is
I didn't
all
mean
just
it."
me, and that's something.
Oh, that's another thing, guys. Okay, yeah, we witnessed these crash outs live. No, dude, funniest shit ever. Every time I would get in a call with Alex, he would always turn on his camera. That always weirded the shit out of me. I was like, why are you turning on your camera, dude? What you were just sitting in a VC? Why do I need to look at you? It's so weird.
You really need a fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up. Because this one, genuinely, this one, you fucked this, royally
Okay,
fucked this.
He's ulting, Chad. He's ulting. Check DMs. All right. What DMs we talking about? Which ones? Hold on. Oh, okay. Here we go. Hello, 1 sec. Okay.
And she does this many times in her document. Alice provided a list of events that she had written herself directly into her notes app as evidence and has attached them to her document as proof. But Alice
She's just like writing it for clarity. Okay.
still writing these stories after she had said that she had moved out, which shows that these were written at a later date retroactively for this document. Anyone could have written down anything on any date and claimed that it was true. Writing down words into a notes app can be done at any time and is in no way, shape or form proof that something happened. The texts between us from that time reflect a totally different story that Alice has not included in her document, even though she provided an exact date of
Oh my god. Dude, that's insane. Henry. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm going to frame it.
day this had apparently taken place. Instead, Alice has fabricated a story entirely and has accused me of being physically abusive to hide the fact that she had been slapping, punching,
And you punched me in the face. What was the other one?
entirely, and has accused me of being physically abusive to hide the fact that she had been
And you said you slapped me yesterday. Yes, I slapped your face one time. Name a girl who hasn't slapped a huge asshole. That's your defense? My GF slapped me after I abused her? You said you slapped me. Guys, my girlfriend slapped me, so I can put her in a headlock. It's okay.
slapping, punching, and kicking me through.
This guy speeds through the screenshots,
Accused me
okay?
of being
She didn't hide this.
physically abusive to hide the fact that she had been slapping, punching
You punched me in the face. I'm screaming because you can't stop doing it. It caught me off guard, insulted me. So I was like, please fuck off. And you called me a psycho. That's gaslighting. Because it's odd to just go for me like that. As fuck, you're wrong. Today, bye. Stop fucking threatening me. Just leave me alone. I didn't want this. I don't want this. Says bye. Stop threatening me. I'm getting my shit and leaving you forever. I wanted to know what was wrong. So you do want this? And you're fucking punching me? Question mark? You're punishing me. What? And I get it. You hate me. I didn't punch you. So this is just him saying, wait a second. Wait, what? This is him saying you punched me and her saying, no, I didn't. Why would he include this? Why would he include this? This just shows him going, you punched me, and her going, no.
and kicking me through.
Dude, you go. Okay, I'm gonna fucking go back like a single second.
The fact that she had been slapping.
All right, I'm gonna slow this down because this motherfucker's speeding through these messages.
Punching.
I think he might be full-blown deranged just like his dad. Dude, he would never shut up about that. Holy shit. Dude, pick a struggle, Alex.
And kicking me through.
You know what? Speed through it again. Whatever. I guess the proof doesn't exist. Pee pee poo poo. Fuck you, Alex. If that's how you're gonna be with your video.
Throughout our relationship. Something that she had tried to hide from a document and has lied about on Twitter publicly. At no point has
Since moving in together on the 4th day.
this story ever been consistent as
19th of October, 2023, day 4 since moving in together. On the 4th day of living together.
Alice said that this happened on the 4th day that we moved in with each other in her document and in her notes app.
Okay.
And it texted me that it happened on the 2nd.
You just gave me shit 24/7, pushed me away. Well, no, I didn't. You dragged me day 2 of living with you to the point where we didn't even sleep in the same bed as you. You put hands on me, pushed me. Because I know you'd just be mean to me. What? So yes, you got whatever you did from me because you're an asshole and broke everything we had. So he admitted it.
And to be clear, the text messages from the 17th of October also show that this was not the
There's a cute cat. It's a cute cat.
case. Alice started to
Let me
accuse me of being
guess. He hasn't shown any kind of
He
proof himself.
he
so
hasn't
far,
shown
has he?
at most he's again like I've said he's just shown that Alice is like toxic just like him and it's just like and then he'll say she's lying but didn't fill it in.
physically abusive with her after I had asked her multiple times to stop her constant physical attacks on me. Because these continued, I had asked to break up. The first time Alice
How? Being abusive and saying sorry, what the fuck? Still doing it, by the way. I haven't been at all. You have. I am not fucking hearing this. You literally kicked me. No, man, you're insane. You dragged me. You covered my mouth. Oh my god, I haven't. Go away. You headlocked me.
ever mentioned that this assault had apparently
He's putting all his faith in this video that we don't know how to read screenshots and that we forgot about the reputation he already has.
Dude, it's like he's such a chronic fucking liar that it's like hard for me to take any of like again, Alice could be a piece of shit and I am inclined to believe that. But also, he's so fucking fake and disingenuous that I don't want to believe a single thing out of his mouth because he's just that kind of shit person.
happened was when we were in an argument on the day we broke up, and I had told her to leave the house. Alice accused me of grabbing her and said she could prove that this had happened because she had written down the date and
I noted the date. Wait there. 19th October. You're insane. I'm done. Don't fucking come back. You dragged me on the floor when I was walking away. You were a crazy fucker. Literally you. And didn't Alice show a bunch of messages of him being like, I'm breaking up with you, and then him being like, no, come back, baby? Like, I do distinctly remember messages like that.
a notes app, and then started to blackmail me.
Putting your PC outside in the garage and all your other stuff, and I'll post you being abusive then, so maybe don't. Maybe chill out for a day. I had to cancel tomorrow. You've destroyed everything. For what? Because I meant to do everything for you? Insane. Don't come back. Can't believe you actually left over cleaning the kitchen. Put so much more stress on me for nothing. It's so fucking weird. Don't ever contact me again. I left home because you kicked me and insulted me. I could see her getting so annoyed over a dirty kitchen that she leaves because Alex could not take care of himself. He really he has Arrested Development. She used these to say he didn't leave her alone. Yeah.
Me and threatened me that she would go to
Literally you, reminding you as you seem to have forgotten how abusive you are, and I forgave and forgave. Man, stay the fuck away from you. You kicked me. Me, you psychotic freak. I'm not dealing with this. Keep going. It's adding to the report. You start shit today. What the fuck? You did. You started today. Leave me alone. Can't believe you actually left over cleaning the kitchen. Put so much more stress on me. Blah, blah, blah. Wait a second. This is the same fucking message again. He admitted he did everything while sobbing in one of those audio vids you have, Diesel. We'll play it in a second.
the police and start calling me an abuser. I denied this ever happening and explained how it disturbed me that Alice was trying to gaslight me into believing.
Oh my god, dude. You know, in Alex's defense, he did have nothing but Discord relationships for most of his life, okay? He's basically like a fucking idiot.
Believing that this had taken place. I had asked Alice not to come back to the house and that I would leave her stuff in the garage because I wanted to break up and I didn't want her near me anymore, as she had been assaulting me and threatening me since we had started dating. When Alice had left the house, I finally thought I could escape our relationship and that I wouldn't have to see her again. This is when Alice began to start blackmailing me and threatening me because I was asking her to stay away.
Don't come back. Don't ever contact me again.
Alice told me that she was going to come back and that she was only gone for a night. When I told Alice I didn't want her to come.
Am I meant to just be you're happy? Just be happy you're coming back? No. You didn't think this through. I didn't say that or that I was. You're making it worse. It's over. Threatening me. I haven't threatened you. It is. Yes, I ended it. You did. It's my house. You said you're putting my $3,000 PC outside in the garage. So do that and you'll have the police.
Back, she accused me of physically abusing her. Alice then threatened to report this lie to the...
Okay, if he shows the same messages again, I'm just gonna say that he's guilty. Boom, the gavel comes down. Guilty, double jeopardy. Oh my god, guys, we hit another goal.
Sounds like they were both
You know what
toxic.
that means, chat?
Also, why did it take so long for him to respond?
More fruits. Double fruits. Double fruit. You know what? I'll make an easy goal. Easy goal. Even more fruit. It won't let me put that down. Why? Why won't it let me put even more fruit? That's outrageous. They're holding the fruit hostage. YouTube is holding fruit hostage. Now there's 3 fruits on screen. Very funny. Dude, I'm actually, streamer fumbling. Dude, there's 300 of you here watching this shit. Dude, you guys do not like him. There we go.
The police to stop me from trying to leave our relationship. I knew that now, if I tried to leave, Alice would accuse me of physically
Alex
abusing
still
her,
thinks
and she'd
everyone
use
is
this to get me to
stupid
back
but him.
down from trying to end our relationship in this conversation. The false accusations and police threats were the final straw. I did not want to be blackmailed again into staying in our relationship. Alice continued to insist that I had assaulted her in our argument over text, but as I have shown, we were completely fine on the 19th of October.
This guy. This guy is ridiculous the way he's presenting that. Let's see. Let's look at the... I'm gonna fucking bash your head in. It wasn't your fault. That's why I'm pro and you're not. Your life is down to fucking drain. Hold on. Let's
Holy crap. He's actually back. Why?
I think I need to download this, dude. A wave file. A wave file. They got lossless audio in here. Cracked 400. 400 of you fucking crazy people up in here. What's up?
Sorry, my phone cut off. It wasn't acceptable behavior.
Oh, is this where he's crying? Oh, this is where he's crying.
Insane. Like, I guess I've just been stuck in that cycle for so long that I felt like I could do no wrong.
Listen, guys, fucking buy Mana Potion coffee. Has no relation to ImAlexx, but you know, just go D10 at checkout. It'll be really annoying because I will have to pack all the boxes myself.
I felt like I was the fucking, you know, oh, look at me, I do all this fucking work and I do everything and I try and do this and, you know, just nobody's appreciative and, you know, I know you appreciated it and I know that you appreciated the effort that I used to put in. And then I just stopped because I had you and you're my girlfriend and we lived together and the more further we got for our relationship, the less effort I put in.
Oh, man.
You know, and if it wasn't for you...
Guys, Alex was very, very based and told her to get out when she was being abusive. He totally didn't cry and ask for her back.
Leaving, I might never, ever have changed my ways.
Like the stream. Buy the coffee.
Just continued on like that. At the end of the day, the only thing that's important is that I didn't listen to you. You were right. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. I was impossible to work with. I didn't make it easy.
He's crying. He's
I
just a small bean.
Thought inwards about myself and not about you and what was going on.
Dude, he's just like admitting all of it. He's just spilling his guts out on the table. By the way, that's another thing Alex would do. Every single relationship, boom, is also a business. All right? King Anna, also a business. Okay, it was a relationship, but it was also a business. It's never just a relationship. He always needs to turn them into a YouTuber, or turn them into a thing, blah, blah, blah. Like, all the time. The Ani and Alex podcast, dude. When's that one coming back?
I didn't make any attempts to change. I didn't make any attempts to fix my life. I made excuses. And it got to the point where I wanted to be alone. Because if I was alone, nobody could tell me that I was fucking up and that I was doing anything wrong.
You don't listen to anybody, motherfucker. That's why. That's why nobody fucking listens to, like, dude, you think you know everything.
And for the first week that you weren't here...
Dude, next Mana Potion coffee flavor is Twink Tears. I don't think my brother will approve.
I just spent the entire week doing nothing. And after that week, I realized just kind of like...
All right, I'm just going to skip ahead, all right? This is just him whinging.
If I say anything along those lines, that's not how I mean it. I wasn't doing it for you, I was doing it for me. It was easier to avoid you. I wasn't putting the effort in.
Oh my god.
The only thing I had going was making YouTube videos and you.
The only thing I had going was making YouTube videos and you. You know, I don't care how rich you are, Alex. That's really, really pathetic. Get a hobby or do this thing called a day job. It's crazy.
And you know, that's why for the first like 3-4 months, like I was just like constantly obsessed. And then I did try to make it more healthy. That's why I started playing games with my friends. But even then, like, I started to do that.
This motherfucker has always been a business Andy, all right? Everything about his entire existence is the business.
At the point where I should have been giving you more attention. Like, I was doing everything in the wrong order.
PUBG with Wild Spartans.
And for the wrong reasons. And I am deeply sorry for that. And I just wanted to make that clear that I can see every single direction where I went wrong. And obviously there's more stuff that upset you. You know, and
Dude, all the PUBG made him say the N-word in his relationship is crazy.
this fight never took place. Alice has created this story because she'd been threatening me throughout our entire relationship with ruining my life and career, and she knew she could bully me into submission and control me with these accusations and threats. Alice had told me that she had recorded me during my manic episodes, and when I'd reacted to the constant threats and physical attacks in our relationship.
Guys, you gotta understand that when he was saying he was gonna bash her head in with a brick, it was a manic episode. Okay, I guess he's been absolved. It's been absolved. You know, if you still do something on a manic episode, you still did it.
Relationship. Alice would threaten to post these videos when I tried to leave and when we argued. I felt that I had no choice but to stay when Alice threatened me. Alice has carefully selected these screenshots to hide me denying the physical abuse.
I didn't say that. I was talking about hugging you.
And to paint a completely different story, which is untrue. In the full thread that Alice hasn't shown.
Because you don't talk to me, I told you to calm down, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck? Fucking excuse, asshole. I didn't say that. You should call me, not text. I didn't say that. See, this is why you should call me and not text. I can't talk properly on here or type fast enough. We're having two different conversations. This is so stressful for no reason. It's so simple. I did not. I was walking away. The only reason I started screaming was because you dragged me on the floor, idiot. I was talking about hugging you. Dude.
Remember, chat, never play PUBG.
Dude,
and you
Batman
never say
and
the
Solid
N-word.
Snake are here. Thanks for
let's
popping
get
by.
fruit.
I told Alice that I'd only tried to hug her as I was not talking.
Guys, I wasn't trying to choke her out. I was trying to hug her. I was hugging her from behind at the neckline.
About grabbing Alice at all.
Isn't that I feel like that's a really bad defense. Your Honor, I was simply hugging her. I was not trying to choke her.
At any point in the conversation that she has tried to misrepresent. And when we
Boss, can I hug your neck?
discuss this at a later date.
I didn't. I tried hugging you. I'm not on the sofa because you kicked me. I wasn't going to stay there all night. Don't remember what you did. Okay, so yeah, I know you did. Then you got up, said don't try it again, and walked off.
Alice says that I had hugged her and that I had walked away to avoid us fighting, which is not what she's tried to portray in her document at all. In one
All right, that's contradictory. Maybe you didn't. Okay, I'll give you that. Why was that buried 20 minutes into this?
argument, Alice accused me of dragging her again, to which I sent her a voice message where I told her that it didn't happen.
I'm so confused here, Alice. Like, this morning, I was just trying to talk to you normally. I tried to call you, tried to have a normal conversation, and you escalate it.
Yeah, it's also like a humongous, like, oh, I was trying to hug you, not choke you. Is totally sounds like. It sounds like he's telling, like, that's cap, right? Like, I feel like I would, like, that's an I would hear that excuse.
I don't understand. Like, why this? Why does it have to be this? Why couldn't you just let me talk to you, like, have just a normal conversation today?
Your Honor, I did not stab FPS Diesel. He simply fell on the knife a couple times on his back.
Why did you, like, do you want it to be this? I don't want to fight you. I don't want to have fights with you. I don't want to have angry text messages with you. And I also don't want to
I don't want to have to hit you over the head with my brick. My woman hitting brick.
Accused of doing stuff that I haven't done.
Alice then mocked me because I brought up her slapping me. Alice texted me in response.
All right, listen, man. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but, like, I wouldn't like fall apart if I was slapped in an argument by a woman, personally. I don't think you should slap, but I'm not gonna, like, retaliate or, like, escalate, you know, because I mean, for me at least, I'm the most of the times that I'm like I could hurt people. Like I wouldn't want to do that.
saying you're mad if you want to say I'd slap you, even though Alice has now admitted she slapped me in the document that she posted. In these texts, I said that Alice pushed me away and gave me shit 24/7 to the point where I didn't want to sleep in the same bed as her. At this point, we were sending messages at the exact same time. This makes
Dude, you guys are like, dude, you guys are min-maxing arguing. Hustle mommy would knock you out cold. I mean, who said I wouldn't want that? You gave me shit 24/7, pushed me away. Lol, I didn't. No, I didn't. You dragged me. Day 2 of living with you to the point where I didn't even want to sleep in the same bed with you. You put hands on me because I knew you'd just be mean to me. Yeah, so here he's saying that he did put hands on her. So there are other times where he's saying I didn't do it, and then here he's saying I did do it because you were afraid of her retaliating or something. You know? I know who Rhea Ripley is. Don't worry, chat. Don't worry, guys. Headlock, blah, blah, blah. CBA, 2 days. So yes, you got whatever you did from me because you're an asshole and you broke everything we had.
didn't want to sleep in the same bed as her. At this point, we were sending messages at the exact same time. This makes it look like we were responding to each other, but we were sending these messages simultaneously, as shown in these screenshots. When I said that Alice can't go around screaming in our house, it was because it was attached to the message where I was explaining why I had started to sleep downstairs because she would punch, kick, and scream at me, so I've been forced to—
Dude, the White Run guard is here. Solid Snake. Fucking, dude, it's like a whole rogues gallery.
sleep on the sofa. Because we lived in a rented house, I didn't want to be evicted because of the constant arguments and screaming when I would sleep upstairs. Alice has cropped these messages intentionally
Bro is being a real OJ. He wrote the whole if I did it.
to hide the entire context of this conversation. Alice has not only not shown these texts from when this apparent fight took place, but has now cut around messages to portray a story which is untrue. Alice hit me many times throughout our relationship, and this happened consistently from the moment that we started dating. Alice would use physical violence when I refused to do as she had asked, and this is something she admitted to in a conversation on Facebook Messenger. When I brought up that she had been assaulting me throughout our relationship—
Dude, he plays the same text messages over and over and over. Okay? Like, it's literally the same messages. He's shown these tons of times.
Alice responded by saying that any girl would have done the same. Alice also went on to send me a message where she said that her kicking me was probably uncalled for. I messaged Alice about her assaulting me on Facebook after she had posted TikToks calling me an abuser and lied that I was on Clare's law and under a police investigation. I questioned why Alice was doing this when she had been physically assaulting me throughout our relationship. I told her because of this, I would have to defend myself because of the accusations she had posted publicly. This is when Alice threatened to sue me for suggesting that she had slapped me, which she later admitted to in her document. I messaged Alice about—
Okay, so she did slap you, but like... And? Not to, you know, again, maybe I'm being old-fashioned, but like... What are you made of porcelain, buddy? You're a grown-ass man. Fucking do something about it or get out.
At the time she had kicked me, which had led to me sleeping on the sofa and staying away from her to stop her from assaulting
I didn't do it,
me.
but if I did, here's how I would have done it.
She told this story—
Yeah, which she admitted to in her own document. Yeah, like what kind of fucking own is that? She's like, I slapped him. Guys, she was assaulting me. You gotta understand, she was assaulting me. Yeah, she said she slapped you.
messages, and Alice replied saying she didn't just start kicking me randomly for no reason. Alice admits in these messages that she was kicking me because I had refused to put my shirt on, which is her reason for assaulting me. Alice responded with, "Yeah, that's pretty stupid," in response to me refusing to put my shirt.
I didn't randomly start kicking you for no reason, and I'm sorry, I would have gone into more details. I'm just a mess, okay? I know we're arguing, I did something, I can't remember what. Something dumb like I was in bed naked and you told me to sleep downstairs and I ignored you. It was stupid. Yeah, that's pretty stupid. I'm sorry, I'm shaking. This is really traumatic for me. Cry me a river, bitch. And I'm sorry if I'm not clear, and it's not because of you. For talking shit about what you did or because of everything. Yeah, it doesn't sound like she's saying this was like, it sounds like it was stupid. Yeah, that was pretty stupid and I ignored you.
shirt on. This is because I had a skin condition that Alice was aware of. I said it was stupid at the time because I regretted not just doing as Alice had asked, as it would have avoided her assaulting me. And we wouldn't have ended up arguing. We had also texted about this exact situation. I told Alice
Dude, I think I'm sexist and men need to be tougher, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god.
I didn't want to upset her as she was angry that I no longer would share a bed with her.
I don't want to upset you. Let's see. I was going downstairs because all you do is get mad at me in bed. Didn't force anything. It's normal to do it, literally. I was sad about you going there all the time. I don't want to upset you. And you asked to stay. Like fucking hell. That's why I was asking questions in the kitchen. Read the room. I wanted you to be with me. My God. Yeah, but then you call me fat and kick me in bed. It's hard. I don't understand. All I do is whatever is be with you. Play games with you. I come down to kiss you. If he has a skin condition, I will say, Alex, I do remember Alex sleeping shirtless. I very distinctly remember many a time when I saw Alex shirtless. He wore pants, obviously, but, you know.
Because she had been kicking me and calling me fat because I had told her that I couldn't sleep with a shirt on because of my illness. I have had a skin condition since 2021 that was brought on by stress. This skin
Oh, fuck you, dude. Go get a cream. Go see a dermatologist, you arrested development fucking zoomer.
condition would cause me to have full body itching episodes when I was touched, pushed, or hit, and it made it very hard for me to sleep. I was
oh, boo-hoo! I didn't address my medical issues.
Told by my doctor to try and avoid stressful situations.
Okay, first of all, this motherfucker puts himself in stressful situations. Not to be that guy, but like he literally does. He literally would do that all the time, okay?
And to stay dry and avoid warmth as it was seemingly making it worse. This is why I would sleep with no shirt on. When we first started dating, it was minimal, around the stomach area.
Guys, you gotta understand, she made my eczema bad.
But a few months into
okay, fellas, whatever this is, we shave this. We shave this. If the rest of your body looks like this, we shave this. Okay? If you don't have a full chest hair, all right, we shave it. All right? I got from tip to tail, brother, like
our relationship, it spread.
Yeah, it's Onision workout pick, bro.
With Alice, it got worse, and the stress of our relationship and other issues I was having at the time were having a huge effect on me. And Alice was aware of
that got a goatee.
this. Originally, she seemed supportive.
Put a cream on to get rid of it. I just couldn't do it well. I want it all gone. It's getting worse. Okay, Alex was making bread, okay? Alex was making bread. He could have gotten, like, you know, corticosteroid injections. He could have gotten, like, some fucking procedure done. There are, like, things for that if you're loaded, man.
But it quickly became something that she would use to hurt me. Alice started by calling me fat in text and in person. And this was because she wanted me to keep my shirt on, because she did not like my illness, and she didn't want to see it or be
Dude, he got the sickly Victorian child phenotype, man.
around it. We were in bed together, and Alice told me when I took my shirt off that if I was going to do that, then she wanted me to sleep downstairs.
So if you were going to sleep with your shirt off, covered in cream, she wanted you to sleep downstairs? You know, she doesn't want to sleep with a sticky, flaky person. I get it. You know, sometimes, you know, fucking women are uncomfortable by, like, a guy sleeping shirtless too, you know? Like, maybe your partner was just uncomfortable with that.
I told Alice I wasn't going to do that because I wanted to sleep in our bed that night, and she had complained that I spent too much time away from her. This angered Alice, and she called me names. I ignored her and turned away so I could go to sleep. Alice turned around in bed and kicked me in my lower back, and I told her to fuck off. And then she kicked me even harder, and then started to donkey kick me in my neck and in the back of my head. Alice had done this.
Interesting. Do you have any text messages to prove this, since you want to use that preponderance of evidence here, buddy? Do you have any text messages for this?
So hard that I fell out of the bed while she was still kicking me. I proceeded to get incredibly angry, and I shouted at
Yeah, she did this while you two were lying in bed, dude. She spun around, kicked him in the head, dude.
Alice, and I insulted her, and this is something that I deeply regret doing. When I messaged Alice about this on Facebook, she said that she didn't just start kicking me hard. The argument had got worse, and we both started insulting each other. Alice then pushed me and tried to hit me. This is when
Yeah, I can
grabbed
picture the lower back, but the rest, I don't know, man.
Alice by the arms, and I pulled her to the floor. This is the only time that I had tried to defend myself after Alice had tried to attack me after kicking me in the back of the head. Alice says in the messages that she didn't do it for no reason, as she believed that because I had refused to sleep downstairs without my shirt on.
She's like, hello, honey. I don't want to sleep in the same bed as you. You're sticky and flaky, and it makes me uncomfortable. Alex, no, you dumb bitch.
That made it acceptable to kick me because I had refused to do what Alice had asked.
Yeah, it was unacceptable for her to kick you, but then like also you're treating it like it was a self-defense break.
Alice has also written in her document that I had accused her of hitting me when we were in bed because I was talking to our cat, and Alice has put this story last in her document. Alice says that this story about the cat is a lie and that it didn't happen, and wrote this. At this point, he's trying to use a situation with that cat and manipulate the story. I can show what really happened here. Alice has shown 5 screenshots of this conversation and has portrayed it as the whole story. Alice does not show the hundreds of texts where she admits to getting physical and trying to hurt me whilst also downplaying the seriousness of her physical attacks on me.
Yeah, you guys both, again, both of you guys could have been mutually abusive, okay? You know, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but again, you're still using that, and then a bunch of this is like, we need to just take your word on it just as much as we had to take her word on it, all right? So it's like you're literally treating this where it's like, oh, I don't have to prove it, but she does, even though you're both accusing each other of things, so you should have the same standard of proof for each other. Like if she doesn't have text and you don't have text, then it doesn't fucking matter.
Whilst justifying them. This was purposely hidden, as it would show that Alice was physically abusing.
Yeah, that's a great question, dude. He took pictures of his gangly, eczema-riddled body, but not of any of his bruises.
Me, which is why she shows this screenshot and has cut off the first part of the conversation where I had asked Alice why she had tried to hit me, in which she belittles and insults me for suggesting that she had assaulted me, even though she admits to getting physical in the text that she did not show. Alice then went on to write this. I had told him to stop.
I don't, you know what? This is a base diesel moment, okay? I don't care that you were domestically abused. I don't care. I'm sorry. Call me an unsympathetic prick. Say that I have no soul, but I don't care. I can't muster up the shit to give, actually. You know, it's like you've been so terrible for so long. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Yeah, it's not okay. I'm not approving of Alice's actions, but like Diesel said beat Alex more is all we heard. Yeah, he sucks whether or not he was domestically abused or not.
Saying weird things to the cat. He was joking about taking him away, and why would I let someone who told me they'd break my cat's neck near my cat? This was an argument around mine, so there is no texts. This is not true at all, and not how this took place, which will be shown in these text messages. For context before I read them, me and Alice were...
You're like, this entire thing is predicated on like an event that happened in person between you two. So it's like, it's ultimately her word against yours. Like, that's really it.
Bed together when our...
And everybody knows that you have a terrible reputation, so pee-pee poo-poo, go fuck yourself.
Cat bear entered the room, jumped onto the bed and sat on my chest. I began talking to the cat in a silly voice, and Alice was laughing with me. I was jokingly saying I was going to eat him if he got any closer, and it was very apparent that I did not mean this literally, and that I was in fact joking, as we had done together throughout our relationship. Alice even acknowledges that I was joking in her document at the time. Alice said this in her document. He then goes on to say I have punched him in the face over the cat. This is Delulu Island we're on now, because he's trying to grab onto anything he can to create his story. This didn't happen, and I couldn't tell you where he cooked this up from. This is from an argument where he was being horrible, had the cat in his arms, and came up to me making jokes about taking him away. Alex was in my face all over me doing this, so I pushed him off of me. I got this story from our own texts that Alice has left out of her document. It is not something that I had cooked up.
So then can you show those text messages?
And I am not creating my own story, as there were hundreds of texts of me complaining when it happened that Alice doesn't show, which I will read for full clarity. Alice admits that I was making jokes in her document.
I'm waiting. Come on, show the text.
But then says I was being horrible, which is untrue and completely contradictory to what Alice had.
Guys, you gotta understand, my perspective of it is that he was horrible. But ImAlexx say that actually I was super cool and really great.
Written where she fully admits that I was joking at the time. Alice calls me delusional and says I'm on Delulu Island for thinking that Alice had physically assaulted me.
It's true. It was after you watched all those Love Island videos for your React channel that you went to Delulu Island.
Talking about the cat, but has written in her own document that she did push me and that it was because of me making...
You are just rereading the same paragraph. Please show it.
...these jokes about the cat. Alice texted me saying she hadn't hit me. And this was after
I didn't try to hit you.
Punching me in our bedroom in person.
I pushed you off me and the cat.
And then I had walked away. Before I left, I asked Alice to pack her things and leave as I was not comfortable.
He didn't show any of that. He didn't show any of that. I don't. he just showed Alice saying I was trying to get you off the cat and me. That was it. That was all that was there about the cat, dude. There was nothing else he showed.
Being hit in our relationship. And this was not the first time that Alice had hit me. At first, Alice completely denied even trying to hit me at all, and then responded with her reason for why she had got physical with me, as it was due to me saying I was going to take the cat away as a joke. I was incredibly thrown off by this, as it was minutes after Alice had assaulted me. Alice began to gaslight me over text and tried to get me to think that this had never happened and that I was overreacting. Alice didn't apologize for getting physical, but instead doubled down on why she'd assaulted me. Alice hadn't told me she didn't like the way I was joking around before she assaulted me. We were in bed laughing, so I thought it was fine and just a normal interaction. Alice calls me mental.
Oh, God forbid she calls you mental. God forbid.
And mocks me with laughing crying emojis for trying.
Ha ha! I'm sorry. I can't stand this guy. This guy was a piece of shit. All right, this guy was a piece of shit. I hate him. All right, this guy was just a fucking like a disgusting person, okay? A self-centered piece of shit human to everybody he would come across in his life. And he had no, like, he did not care about the damage he would ever do, all right? The only time that Alex would ever apologize for anything in the past is because, oh, he got in trouble. Not because he was actually sorry. Like, I don't know what to fucking say, right? I've talked about it before, and obviously I'm pretty miffed about everything that happened. Obviously, I'm better for it now. I have a brilliant streaming career, and I enjoy doing this, right? But I was close with the Reddit crew. Some of those people not so healthy as friends. Some of them healthy. But Alex's behavior is part of the reason that, like, I stopped talking to all of them, right? And it took me years to be like, oh shit, this guy was like a manipulative piece of shit who put himself inside this situation and like made it terrible for everybody. Okay? And then he tries to like extrapolate it as if he's not guilty. Okay? Alex and the Slazo shit happened and this motherfucker goes running off to Spotify. Okay? He gets breaded. He gets breaded from a fucking Spotify deal and fucks off. Okay? This guy didn't there was no justice when it happened. All right? He just walked away. He just walked away and other people had to pick up the fucking pieces. All right? Because he doesn't care. That's the kind of person he is. He's a piece of shit.
Trying to discuss why she had assaulted me. I made it clear in the text that I did not push Alice or get physical when I was upset with her, and that I was tired of her doing this to me. To which Alice responded by agreeing and saying, yeah, after you've been a bellend. Alice ignores her assaulting me as the reason this argument has started and has cut it out of her document to make it seem like I was being horrible and that she had reacted to me and not that she had hit
he had like a fucking Spotify podcast show.
Me and insulted me, to which I responded by
He's just a small bean guy with glass boards and paper skin.
To leave the house and leaving the room. This is why Alice at no point is specific about what I said that was actually horrible. She just references the joke I made about taking the cat away. This is because...
But then you don't show any text, so what the fuck am I supposed to take away from that motherfucker?
Because I wasn't being horrible, and Alice is misrepresenting the situation intentionally by hiding these texts that showed what really took place. Alice again acknowledges in texts that I was joking and that I was not being serious at any point, and that she was aware of this the entire time this argument was taking place. This contradicts what Alice has said in her document.
I'm speeding him up. I'm speeding him up, Chad. I can't fucking take it anymore.
I knew the whole time I was joking, as shown by these messages, minutes after the actual event had happened. I told Alice I didn't like her getting physical with me, as it would happen a lot.
Dude, he's like looping. He's looping. I didn't like Alice getting physical with me. Okay.
I was often ignored when I
heard you.
When I would ask why, Alice would stonewall me or would tell me that I was overreacting when I complained about things becoming physical. Alice would not talk to me or tell me she was getting upset before she resorted to physically assaulting me. Alice tried to take the conversation away from it being about physical abuse and said that I was asking her to leave because she didn't laugh. I asked Alice to leave because she had attacked me without warning instead of talking to me, and Alice knew this as I made it clear in person and on the text conversation that we were having. But Alice was trying to change the reason.
Why does Alex sound normal sped up? I think it's actually just that everybody has ADHD. And we've all gotten retrograde ADHD from all the shorts that we're watching.
I wanted to break up to make me look like I'd overreacted to her misunderstanding a joke, and not because I believed that she had assaulted me. Alice says, because I didn't laugh, because I pushed
Dude, he has showed the same screenshots over and over and over and over. No wonder Denki Jabbo is your editor. You can't edit.
Once again showing that Alice clearly knew that she had been physical with me, and then mocked me and belittled me for it, even though she had started by calling me delusional for even suggesting that she had been and that this had taken place. Alice still calls me delusional to this day for believing this even took place, and says I'm on Delulu Island in her document. I asked Alice to...
Dude, he actually is looping. That's actually crazy. Dude, he's looping like crazy.
Stay away from me, and she called me mental again. I told Alice that I would stay away from her because she hadn't stopped assaulting me, as I felt this was my only option that I had left. I complained again that I needed Alice to leave. I felt I was being intentionally pushed to my limits, and I'd reached the point where I was afraid to interact with our cat or Alice out of fear of being assaulted, as it had been going on for months at this point. Alice calls me delusional again.
Oh my god.
Blamed me, saying that this was my decision when I had asked her to leave the house. But I wouldn't have asked Alice to leave if she hadn't have assaulted me. I had let the physical abuse towards me become normalized for reasons that I will go on to later in this video. But I had reached a point where I couldn't deal with it anymore and felt there was no excuses to justify this situation, as it seemed Alice now believed that me wanting
no one to nut check him. Dude, anybody around him still is like a yes man, okay? They're just like some Dick Rider Supreme.
Of this was an overreaction. Our relationship was incredibly toxic, and it affected us both severely, and I felt that we needed to be apart as things were getting worse. Alice says that I was horrible to her to justify the continued physical assaults on me, even though she had started this fight because I was joking.
This guy is a small bean. This woman's just beating him to death with a bat. You gotta understand.
Tried to hurt me to get me to stop. But to claim that this behavior was exclusively one-sided is untrue.
Yeah, Alex, go live. That's a great idea. You should do that.
And does not justify resorting to physically assaulting me because of a joke. Alice then mentions I had said something to her the other day when her brother was over, and this story is actually in Alice's document. This wasn't the first time where Alice had treated me this way over the cat, but it's becoming a daily occurrence throughout our relationship.
Rose
There are so
being
many cases
yet hasn't shown a damn thing.
I know.
where I end up taking Bear into another room, saying that taking the cat off him is starting an argument when I only did it after he said weird things to him. Acts like a child had his toy taken away when realistically I was uncomfortable with him being near my cat after saying what he does. Alice said,
dude, he said he was gonna come on the cat, dude. I don't know if he did. I don't know what the brother said. All right, but Alex, okay, Alex is the type of guy to over exaggerate a situation. Okay, he is also that type of guy. Actually, you know what? Again, I'll save that for when we get to Slazo, but he does over exaggerate things.
That I acted like a child had his toys taken away, and that I complained that taking the cat off me is starting an argument. Alice then says I said weird things to him, and that's why she had taken him away. I was upset with Alice because, like in these texts where Alice justified assaulting me for talking to the cat and making jokes, Alice would use the cat as an excuse to assault me. I had broken down on a few occasions due to this, and I'd gone to Alice and spoken to her about this because, as she says in her document, she was constantly taking the cat away from me, and I felt that this was done to get a rise out of me, as she knew.
Oh my god, this cat, dude.
Okay, serious question. Does he think he need to reach a word limit? He's repeated the same thing.
No,
like
I'll tell you his thought process, right?
Screenshots.
This motherfucker thinks everybody's a fucking idiot and that he's a genius and understands YouTube better, right? And he's of the mindset that long video means good, right? Long video means you win. But that doesn't mean that.
Head for the cat, but constantly referred to me being affectionate with the cat and talking to him as weird when I'd asked why she'd taken him.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Slow down. Look at this. Dude, and the cat, be peaceful, like everything is collapsing. When I wake up, everything's been good. You dodge my kiss, it's hard, it ruins my whole day. And take the cat off me like it's hard because I don't know what to do.
Away, or pushed me and left the room. Alice.
Dude, if I had a partner and they sent 40 fucking texts like that, back to back to back to back, you know what I'm gonna do? And then I put the phone down.
messaged me that she realised I cared for the cat after we had broken up, but had still gone on to portray me being affectionate with the cat as a justifiable reason to physically assault me, which is why she kept things intentionally vague when describing me talking to the cat as weird, and has cropped these texts, as Alice knew I was doing nothing out of the ordinary when it came to me and the cat. Alice says in her document that I was acting like a child because of this. I had asked Alice many times to stop hurting me for being affectionate and talking with the cat, like I am doing in these text messages. I had broken down crying in front of Alice, which is why she says I'm acting like a child. Alice makes it seem like I was overreacting to something small, and not that I was deeply affected by being assaulted and mocked constantly for talking to the
Could
cat.
have been a
and various other
Substack.
issues in our relationship. This is why Alice has intentionally hidden these text messages that show why I was so upset, so she could misrepresent my complaints as childish and unreasonable, even though she admits to doing this on many occasions. It was affecting me.
Dude, if this stuff with the cat doesn't end soon, this cat stuff has literally been for like 10 minutes.
Severely trying to deal with the gaslighting and manipulation, as well as
Holy
the physical abuse while sharing a
shit.
house together. And to read that my breakdowns have been described as acting like a child who had his
You act like a child all the time, dude. You've acted like a child all the time.
toy taken away shows that Alice was aware that it affected me and is even now still insulting me and mocking me.
Dude, I love that this guy in this drama is someone that I knew. I feel so fucking good about this.
Pushing me to my breaking point. In the text messages, Alice continued to blame her.
Oblog with 10 gifted. That's Falgy. Bless your heart. You're a little pooky. Dude, he's moved on from Soigi, okay?
Hitting me on how I had reacted previously to the constant abuse I was under to justify her continuing to hurt me physically for things like jokes or talking to the cat. If Alice didn't have a reason for why she'd hit me, she would say it was because I'd done something previously to deserve it, like in these messages. Alice says she pushed me away because it was my fault, and all I do is call her names. But that is not
He's approaching boogie levels of narcissism. Dude, crushing the goals today, guys. We're crushing the goals today. Dude, he's pogging right now. He's pogging because you hit the goals. All right? This is getting a little insane, I'm not gonna lie. I need to duplicate this again, dude. Hold on. Copy. Control V. Okay, now this is getting a little stimulating, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Let me I need to make another goal in the Dude, the fruit are gonna have to come out with a Google Doc, dude. It's crazy. Hold on, I'll make a bigger goal for Roblox car crashes. Okay. You gotta earn that. You gotta earn that, chat. Roblox car crash.
He's approaching boogie levels of narcissism.
what happened or how this argument took place. I would get upset after I was pushed, slapped, or punched. I was horrible to Alice on many occasions, and I deeply regret this behavior, and nothing
There's
will
nothing
justify
here.
that. The order in which these events
There's
take place
literally
is false,
nothing
because
here.
Alice is once
This
again...
is I'm watching the video through OBS. This is legitimately the most overly stimulating my stream has ever been.
ignoring that she had tried to hurt me when I was just talking with our cat. I was upset and frustrated that Alice hadn't apologized for getting physical with me, and I lashed out at Alice over
Dude,
text.
he
which
is
I regret.
still
I told Alice
talking
this isn't what I signed
about
up for in a relationship, and it was
the
hard for me to
cat.
follow if Alice was upset when we had been totally fine, and then suddenly she had hit me. Alice then says that I had dragged her in an argument and that I had
Dude,
shouted
I think he's Shane Dawson, that cat, dude. I think the cat allegations might have some weight behind them. Did he come on that cat? What happened to that cat? Was that cat on the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs? What happened to the cat? Where was the cat on the day that JFK was assassinated? Was he on the radar? I just want to know.
at her. I ignored this in the text messages as it was untrue, and I've covered this in this video already. Alice says I said weird shit, so she pushed me off and then told me to grow up and to cry because I was upset that she had got physical with me. I pointed out that it was really strange to me that Alice knew that I was joking around with her, but was still treating me like it was okay to assault me, and that I should go and cry about her physically assaulting me. Alice then says that I was actually provoking her on purpose because I knew she didn't like it when I talked to the cat. We lived together, and the cat was ours, and creating rules like saying I can't talk to him because she was annoyed at me is unfair and unreasonable. I went on to tell Alice that I was tired of being hit for just being myself. I thought we were having fun, but now I didn't know if I would be punched or pushed for just joking around, and because of this I wanted to break up, as it was clear that our relationship was not working, and we could not be together if issues this small would lead to physical violence. Alice then said she knew that I wasn't being serious, to which I told her that she shouldn't hit me. Alice then denied hitting me. I did not expect Alice to admit it, as I become used to Alice.
He is actually looping. Holy shit. This keeps going.
Struggled massively when Alice would tell me that I was making everything up. Alice then proceeds to insult me again, and then mentions that I had insulted her. I fully admit that I used horrible language, but as you could see, Alice would insult me too, but would only focus on my behaviour and would completely ignore her own. I said to Alice that I was tired of her ruining normal interactions by getting annoyed with me. I felt that Alice was intentionally making excuses to justify hurting me, and that this had happened since we very first began dating, as I mentioned in these texts. We continued to talk, and then I proceeded to ask Alice to leave again, because I felt that she was trying to antagonise me. Alice said she didn't respect me, and that was why she was treating me this way. Once I realised this wasn't going to be resolved, as the conversation had just become Alice
The
insulting
cat just released a 12-part TikTok series addressing allegations, dude.
me further and trying to gaslight me. I told Alice I had to go back to work, as I'd been in an ongoing battle to retrieve the money my YouTube channel had owed from my YouTube network.
That's true. That's true. That YouTube network. By the way, the fucking YouTubers involved with that were so, like, stupid, dude. So stupid. It was like all this back pay it owed. We're talking like 6-figure sum YouTubers. All right. That should have been making like fucking 20+ grand a month. All right. And we're all sitting in a group chat and one of them's just like, you know, maybe they're just being lazy. No, dude. If somebody's fucking late on payment, there's issues. Okay. If somebody's late on payment like that, there's issues. And none of them wanted to do anything about it. All right. And it was like for months. All right. Like literally a year. I didn't get paid for the main channel, right? Like I put out videos on the main channel. That shit doesn't make a profit. I do that stuff just to do it, right? But like for a really long time, up until like literally last year, they just were not paying. Like for 2023, like it was insane.
As it had been taken away from me, and they had stopped paying me at the time. Alice knew that I'd been in a battle with my network for tens of thousands of pounds, as it had been withheld from me for months, and I had no income stream because of this.
Yeah, and maybe all the YouTubers should have done a class action instead of sitting around saying they were actually being lazy. I'm sorry, there were some massive fucking idiots. Massive fucking idiots.
As they were continuing to take future payments from me. I was still paying for every expense in our house and using my savings as I was the only person working at the time. Alice says I took my equipment away from her, but that was because I was using it to make videos and to try and continue working so I could afford to support us and the cat. Alice then says she pushed me because I was in her face. This is a complete lie, as I was laying down flat on my back in bed with the cat on my chest, and Alice moved towards me and pushed me. This shocked me, and I started to feel extremely worried about how Alice had begun to twist the narrative that I somehow had gone from just telling a joke about the cat to now
Dude, this fucking cat, dude. What happened to this cat? Something must have happened with this cat, okay? Because you're talking about the cat. It's been at least 15 minutes of cat conversation.
In Alice's face. Not only did Alice then downplay how hard she hit me, she'd begun to rewrite the story of me being at fault over text. I said to Alice I didn't think things were going to get better, and this showed me that our relationship would not improve, to which I again asked if we could end our relationship. Alice said that I had flaws, and she is correct. I tried to work through them when we were together, but I felt...
Nah, I think you think you're perfect, motherfucker.
like the line had to be drawn somewhere before things got worse, which they did. I did not want the way we had treated each other to be an ongoing excuse to allow things to continue to get worse. If we couldn't find solutions, I believed it was right to break up, as the ongoing abuse was not something that should continue. Alice then continued to say that she
Notice that besides some bad language, he doesn't admit to any kind of wrongdoing, like not once. Yeah, crazy.
doesn't respect me
Many
after
such
I told her that I'd
cases.
been working harder despite the financial issues I was having at the time. Alice then told me to come here and say it to her face when I said that I wanted her to leave. At this point, I was annoyed, and I told Alice to get out again and to leave the house, and she was actively trying to escalate the situation by trying to start an argument with me in person and being aggressive over text. Alice continued to antagonize me and then mocked me for not working a 9 to 5. This would happen when I...
Yeah, you should get a day job. You'd learn some fucking responsibility. Okay? You have no idea how easy it was to make an Alex video. I've seen the process, okay? This motherfucker was making bread for some of the laziest shit ever, all right? A lot of guys who do YouTube make fucking bread doing the laziest shit ever, all right? And then they hem and haw when they're like, 9 to 5, crazy.
I complained about how stressed I was.
Like, I like being able to make money from YouTube. It's great. I think you should be able to make a lot of money from YouTube, right? But Alex is the type of guy who would, like, crumble if he had to work retail.
I hadn't been paid, and it was becoming a huge struggle trying to provide for 2 people and the cat. Alice then accuses me again of kicking her out because she didn't like my joke. At this point, I started to get increasingly more upset, as this had been going on for hours now. Whenever I brought up any issues, I would be gaslit and constantly misrepresented. This is something I really struggled to deal with. Alice tried to make me feel like my reasons for...
Dude, this guy's being gaslit more than the inflation fetish is being filled by air for pyro, dude. It's crazy.
...to break up was stupid, and that I was over-emotional and overreacting. Alice then proceeded to mock me again when I started listing reasons for why I can no longer put up with the constant fighting in our relationship. I said to Alice I was totally fine before she had pushed me. I was not taking anything out on Alice, as Alice was the one who had antagonized and laid hands on me. Alice would then take my reaction and claim that I'd started the fight or the argument, like she's done in her document and on these text messages, even though she assaulted me. Alice then proceeded to repeat again that I wanted her to leave and break up, not due to the physical abuse, but in fact because...
All right, so I think the takeaway is that they were mutually abusive. I'm skipping ahead now. Jesus Christ Almighty. All right, we're like a good... Okay. We're like 40 minutes. We're at 40 minutes. All right. Up something different. Oh my God. Look at Alex with that yee ass mullet, motherfucker. Dude, you're gonna be a great geezer one time sitting in the corner of a pub. All right. Dude, you're gonna fit in so well when you're voting for fucking the Tory party, dude.
As we had both paid for him and we were moving in with each other. I then posted him on my Instagram story after we had gone to get him together. Alice got upset at me and told me that she hated that people were saying congratulations to me and calling him mine in my comments, so I removed the posts. Even after me and Alice moved in with each other, I was not allowed to do anything with the cat, as Alice had made it clear, like she has in this document, that he did not belong to me. And this led to her pushing and slapping me for interacting with him or treating him like he belonged to us both.
I don't know if Alex is a Tory, but if I was a betting man.
When we were living together. Alice has tried to hide that she had been physically and verbally abusing
This is the custody battle section of the cat. Okay, you know what, man? Give the cat to Shane Dawson. Double it and give it to the next person.
me, would gaslight me, and that she would even attack me to paint her abuse as purely reactionary, which is not the case. Alice never shows I was reacting to constant which Alice was gonna lies. I'm a convicted abuser that she had posted on her for no reason.
Dude, we are still looping. Holy shit. Oh my god, you're showing the same stuff. God.
Stayed in contact with me for months, where she antagonized me, threatened me, and continued to mentally abuse me so that she could knowingly put my reactions into her document that she had started building in January. Alice said that it wasn't like she had named me in these posts or made a video about me, but she had responded and deleted comments on videos she posted saying it was about me and that I was on Clare's law, which again is a lie. My friends saw the TikToks Alice had been posting online.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true or not, but I guess somebody can go get it.
She had gone through and followed them all after our breakup. Me and my friends had a call where I answered questions about my relationship.
Dude, this Jake Baz, speaking of morons, Jake Baz, this motherfucker. This guy is like a glupshitto idiot, okay? Who would dick ride Alex. Fuck that guy. That guy's stupid, all right? He's a snake. He's a piece of shit. He's a fucking moron. Thumbnail analyst Jake Baz. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Relationship, and I told my side of the story. Where
Who's Jake Baz? Yeah, literally, he was involved with the Danky Jabbo drama, saying how people were copying thumbnails. Like, he's a fucking moron. Yeah, he was in on the takedown of Danky Jabbo. Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Explained that Alice had been physically abusing me throughout our relationship. I made it clear that I did not believe.
Yeah, great guy for him to hang out with. All right, and Frasier. Oh my god. Dude, he made a group chat of a bunch of morons. All right, he made a group chat of a bunch of morons. These damn British cigarettes, dude. He's taking everyone down with him, dude. With friends like these, dude.
Believe that this was an excuse for my behavior.
Yeah, didn't Frasier say that he didn't speak with Alex or something like that? Wasn't that what Frasier said? Like Alex had ghosted or something?
And that our relationship was toxic and it was not good for either of us, and that I was ashamed of how I had behaved. A friend of mine at the time, a YouTuber who goes by the name of ImAlexx, had messaged me in our group chat encouraging me to share more stories and all the evidence I had of Alice's abuse. He told me I could trust him, and that because we were friends, that they weren't going to share any of it anywhere, and that it would remain private after I made it clear that I was worried that it would be leaked. Alice messaged me with direct screenshots from the private conversation that I had had with ImAlexx and my friends. Alice had been sent screenshots from our private conversation, and it was clear that if I talked to anyone, she would know, as she was following as many of my friends as possible. Alice said I shouldn't be lying about her
Yeah, I wanted to hear what he had to say about Frasier.
hitting me, and that she would sue me, but as I've already covered in these
Dude, okay, listen, here's my main problem with Frasier, right? Aside from the fact that one time he just like copied me verbatim, right? But I don't really care about that. I just mention it because it annoyed the shit out of me in the moment when it happened, right? I'm not somebody who gives a shit that much about plagiarism. It's not something that I'm particularly antsy about. But I know Frasier is the type of guy who would pearl clutch about it, right? Which is why I kind of give him shit about that. I think Frasier is kind of a pushover pantsy fuck. He's always been that way, and it's been a it's been a problem with him, right? He's kind of spineless, and he'll like pick a side based on that, right? Based on who his like homie is, right? And that's why he would stick around with Alex, right? And I think it speaks to his character, right? I also think his content's fucking boring, but you know, whatever. So is mine.
Earlier in this video, she then went on to admit to hitting me in these messages and in her document. Alice made it clear to me that I couldn't talk to anyone.
A lot of British commentary was just very up their own ass, and he's just emblematic of it. Okay, a lot of the guys are like, you know, they're like the guys who talk big but then don't follow up with it in public, and it's just like, bro, fuck off.
About what I had experienced, as she was now contacting all my friends and isolating me completely, which is exactly what I feared she would do, as she had made it clear that there was nobody I could talk to who she couldn't reach, as she was sending me my own conversations so that I would know that I couldn't get away from her or talk about what had happened with anyone, including my friends, as they were going to leak my messages to her. When Alice's document was posted, InAba posted various stories and a document about me that contains many statements that are false. InAba had messaged YouTube commentary channels after our conversation where I privately entrusted him with my abuse story, even though he told me that what I shared with him would remain private.
Well, Fraser's trying to protect his own ass. You knew that was gonna happen, okay? I don't know why you thought he wouldn't. Okay, when that's just the type of person he is. Maybe you just are just that great of a judge of character. I don't know what to tell you.
According to the YouTuber Samuel, I never told him that I had refused to answer any of his questions despite us having an hour call and there being various messages and a conversation.
I think you need to show us those texts you mentioned the other day, mate. Like, those messages are really bad. It would help to see context. I'm terrified that if I post something, she's going to come back for me even worse. I think if he shines out, I'm talking about it or sharing stuff that she'll try and make my life hell. I mean privately to us, mate, not publicly. I've been told not to post anything anywhere. It can be shared. I don't want to take any chances with this. I've been advised to just monitor what she's posting, even if it's just one-sided stuff. I get that. We're not going to share it anywhere. You have to see how it is from our perspective. We've legit only seen stuff from our side. Dude, Fraser is asking for fucking evidence. He's like, dude, this looks bad. Can you please prove to me that this is not the case of the situation? And he's like, no, I'm not going to tell you, right? So they could have had a 2-hour call and Alex could have beaten around the bush for 2 fucking hours, all right? So that doesn't prove that Fraser was like going behind your back or anything. Fraser was doing his due diligence and you weren't answering anything.
Proving this as it was leaked directly to Alice.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? You're just trying to like bad faith him for no fucking reason. I don't even fucking like the guy. And it's just like, what's the fucking point in that? Like, I see it right there. You're not answering his fucking questions. So, of course.
Hey, I just thought I'd come in to say that I've spoke to Alex, the ex of Alex, and I've also spoke to InAba. According to InAba as well, Alex has sort of ignored people, like ignored everybody, sort of gone into like a recluse, not messaging.
Yes, so that did happen, right? At first, Alex was trying to get his friends on his side, and then they were like, dude, you got to deal with this. Right, and then he just became a recluse.
Back, not even messaging InAba back about their podcast that recently failed. Nothing like
dude,
that.
Stan Lee, tipster, dude, it's like the fucking rogues gallery in here.
I was incredibly confused as I did not understand why these people had been told lies about what happened when Fraser had told me that I could trust him with talking to him about the abuse I had gone through.
You're like, I mean, privately to us, mate, not publicly. Yeah, and then when you didn't answer anything, he decided, okay, well, I might as well tell people what's going on here.
And that it would remain between us because we were friends. InAba posted on his Instagram story that I had refused to talk about this and has shared messages of him discussing my relationship with other people. He says, but the man never wanted to discuss it with us ever. I had spoken to Fraser on a few occasions about how I was struggling with Alice and how it was upsetting me.
Yeah, because you just wanted him to jerk you off and feel bad for you, okay? But then when he questioned it and asked for proof, you didn't give it, you fucking idiot. Are you kidding me? You're just trying to bad faith him. That's it. That's it. I don't like the guy. But, like, Jesus Christ. Like, what are you fucking doing? You're just trying to take him down with you. On what? This, like, really pedantic small lie?
Directly contradicts what Fraser has posted publicly on his Instagram stories. Fraser wrote, we thought they were still together or seeing each other, lol, and that he suspected that we kept breaking up. After I finally felt like I could talk about this when I believed Alice had left me alone, I opened up to him that the last 4 months had been very hard for me. Fraser never shows him asking me about Alice or any of my messages to him, as it would show that he was lying, as I was the one who had tried to arrange a call with him privately after I had been confiding in him with the issues I had had surrounding Alice. Fraser wrote, the dude never discussed personal stuff with us, lol, solely just YouTube and game.
That would be all the time too. He's like big, always talking about YouTube all the fucking time. So I believe that 100%.
But Alice had full access to my phone when we were together and was threatening me after our breakup if I mentioned anything to anyone, like she has done after these messages I had with Fraser were leaked. And I did open up fully and honestly about what had been going on for that year when I asked him to call, and in the
These are the same messages again.
Messages that he has cropped out. I had asked him to call multiple times, and I had told him that I was free to speak to him whenever. I tried to arrange multiple calls to talk about the situation, as you can see in these messages on Facebook. I was willing.
I'd like to talk if you can. I'm not upset. I have updates. I really can't with Ellie, but just tell me here. And I spoke with our other friends. I know people like to treat this like a game, but I already feel like everything will be sent to someone else, and it's driven me to the lowest point ever. Oh my god.
That I was free to speak to him whenever.
Let me turn it down again.
I tried to arrange multiple calls to talk about the situation, as you can
we call? Hey. Hi. Do you want to talk podcast later? Would be good just to talk for a bit about everything. Can do soon. Really busy working on a long ass video. Many such cases, Fraser. It's all good, man. I think with everything is going to be fine. I'm in no rush. I gotta just keep posting. And we can see what happens when we're both not busy. Been doing my tax.
Seeing these messages on Facebook.
I was going to tell you after I spoke to the proper people, but look, Fraser, I've literally been shown to not trust any of you, and it sucks. But someone did leak it, so I'm not wrong, am I? Wow, it must hurt when the shoe's on the other foot, you piece of shit. It must hurt when it's you, huh? Not so fun when people are gossiping about you, but you'll go around and you'll sit with a bunch of YouTubers and you'll talk about everybody else's business. Not fun when it's your business, huh? Not fun when it's your business, you little freak. God damn, that's Schadenfreude, you know? I contacted you immediately after she posted DMs of you being verbally abusive, and you said it was bad, and when I asked you for proof, you never sent me anything. You said you couldn't. I'd like to talk if you can. I'm not upset. I have updates. Fraser's like, you didn't give me evidence. Fraser hasn't done anything wrong here. Fraser hasn't done anything wrong. He's being a friend, but he's also being like, listen, man, you need to be upfront with me, and you're not being upfront with him. So what has Fraser done wrong? He's done nothing wrong.
Willing to answer questions.
Yeah, he's showing a bit of a spine. Jesus Christ. Maybe I take it back. Maybe the guy's grown a bit of a spine. I put respect where he's due. He is doing exactly what he should be doing here.
After my messages had been leaked. In the live stream, Samuel says,
oh, she turns on her phone. Maybe you should go home. Like I said, I have stuff to do here, like an inspection and vets, but my mom and dad are here on the weekends. I'll talk to them. Sounds good, mate. Just keep yourself occupied, I guess. What you up to today? I don't know. I'm just cleaning. That's rare. I don't know if I believe that one.
recluse. But I went home because Fraser had told me that I should go see my parents and that I should take...
Dude, this guy literally said that he went home because Fraser told him. Are you fucking kidding me?
Time off from the internet to say I didn't
I'll look at iNabber's response.
Talk to him about this as a barefaced lie. I understand him not wanting to be involved.
No, it's not that you didn't talk to him. He said that you didn't give him any evidence, okay? So that the conversation was unproductive, you fucking disingenuous shit.
I am not his responsibility.
Whatever, Fraser reaps what he sows, I will say that.
And he should not have to answer for my own personal problems just because we were once friends. However, what has been posted publicly is not true, and therefore I believe it is only right that I correct this. Fraser has intentionally cropped our messages that he posted on his Instagram.
Justice. Beautiful.
Story to portray a version of events which is not true. Since the conversation me and Fraser had, where I made it very clear in the messages that I had been at fault, Fraser has lied that I tried to claim that I was a victim.
Yes, that is literally what you did. You went around to everybody and you were like, I'm a victim. She is so mean to me. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I know that's what you were doing, bitch.
In reality, I explained that it was complicated and that I had been at fault, and that our relationship was very different from what Alice had posted publicly.
You know what? Maybe I was too mean to Fraser. I'll say it. Maybe I was a little too mean. I can admit when I was a little too heated there. Okay.
They had seen. In a document InAbber posted responded to allegations that were made against him by his ex-girlfriend Kirsty.
All right, that document was fucking crazy from that ex.
Made a series of comments about me. Fraser claims that I am a widely disliked content creator.
That is true.
And I have been since 2019.
That is true.
And that he only remained friends with me because he is a loyal person. I find
that is unfortunately, I guess, true.
It's rather odd. As Fraser
is Slazo on social media these days? I remember he left in 2020. He left and he started one of those like no face channels and made tons of money from it. So he made a lot managing a channel rather than being the face of one.
Told me that I could trust him and that he wouldn't talk to anyone, and then spoke to strangers with YouTube channels.
No. A conversation happened. You were dishonest, so he was like, I'm not going to talk to anyone. And then when you stonewalled and continued to stonewall, he decided, I'm going to go speak to people. Am I editorializing? Yeah, but also a bit reasonable, I'd say, if you're not being open.
Him, and then shared what he had said about me publicly. Fraser goes on to then downplay our friendship as...
Me and Alex only saw each other walking a dog for the most part, and even then it was still toxic. Then in mid-2023, we started gaming a lot more and speaking way more than we obviously did. It would lead us to making a podcast that lasted 4 episodes. What a surprise. Another failed podcast for ImAlexx.
Kirst accuses him of openly admitting to her that he was only ever friends with me so he could use me to further his career as he benefited from me.
Oh my god, there's no way you're using the schizo girlfriend as like an example.
I would like to make it clear for context that I didn't know Kirst personally, and I only ever met her on one occasion. To make posts where she acts like she knew me in any way, shape, or form personally is odd when our paths only crossed on one occasion. Fraser denies this by claiming that my YouTube channel has been on a decline since 2019.
It has. Nobody likes you. You're a piece of shit. The only people who hung around you are snakes and losers.
And that I am no longer relevant.
You weren't relevant. You hadn't been relevant forever. Nobody gives a fuck about you. It's crazy that you're addressing these things because you're full of yourself. All right? The fact that you were even taking the time to address this ridiculously pointless shit just goes to show that you are too in love with the idea of yourself.
That I was a widely disliked content creator, so it couldn't be possible that he was using me. For someone who apparently wasn't using me, INABA seems to have a lot of knowledge about my relevancy in YouTube statistics over a 5-year period.
You know why Fraser would know about it? Because this motherfucker gets in VCs and complains and talks about it all the time. I know that. I have personal account of that. Okay? I've heard people complain how whenever they talk about Alex or talk to Alex, all Alex does is talk about himself and how his channel is bleeding subscribers. Okay? I have it on good authority that he would do that.
As shown in his statement. Fraser claims that I was always disliked and that he was seen as an idiot for being friends with me.
Yes, he was.
And then he wrote this in this paragraph. As you can see, this allegation is really strange to me. Yes, I regret being friends with Alex, but the suggestion I benefited with him is actually quite wild to me, considering it was a public thing of how disliked he was. I actually was seen as a bit of an idiot for remaining friends with him, and truthfully that's a fair criticism. These statements confused me as Fraser asked me personally if I wanted to start a podcast with him. I said yes because I believed that we were friends and that he was asking me because we had been for years, as we had spent a lot of time
together. Yeah, he was friends with you, but he realized you were a fucking piece of shit.
Fraser writes in his document that we only saw each other walking his dog for the most part, and in mid-2023 we started gaming a lot more together and speaking way more than we usually did. And that obviously led to us making a podcast that lasted 4 episodes. October 2023 is around the time I had moved out of London.
Me with Fraser, okay.
And to suggest that we became friends...
No, this is a different podcast.
After the fact is disingenuous. We had hung out regularly...
Dumb question, but I'm curious your opinion on the Quiet situation. Do you think it was karma? You must be new here. No, it was not karma. All right? I don't think it was justified what that freak shitter did with Quiet. And I think that's an insane question, considering I've talked about it before on stream, and I'm new. Okay, sure, I'll let it slide. But no, I was part of the reason I didn't cover the Quiet stuff is because I was personally involved. I remember Quiet's ex. The shit that they were accusing was fucking insane and ridiculous, right? I think the whole like for what it's worth, right? The stuff about like, oh, Slazo, this is karma for the thing that happened in the past. I think it's kind of ridiculous to be like somebody had something that happened in the past, so they should get an equivalent in the future. I think that's a little crazy. I mean, it's not like we live in, you know, the time of Hammurabi's code where it's like you steal a loaf of bread and you should cut off someone's hands, right? But the reason that people are like, fuck you, Alex.
I am so late, but here's $5 to someone who ISNT Alex because I am sure he still sucks.
Thank you for the 5. But the thing with Alex is that he's personally hurt a lot of people, right? He's personally hurt a lot of people. Obviously, I don't fucking like the guy. I have many personal anecdotes that I've been giving this entire stream about how many people, like how bad he was, right? But yeah, false accusations of SA isn't karma for anything. Yeah.
Became friends.
What's the word? 2 wrongs don't make a right.
In 2018, and we used to go on holiday abroad together. We had also kept in contact just as much when I moved away. To portray our friendship as only being a recent thing is just completely untrue. Fraser's statement is also incorrect, as we have actually also done 5 episodes of our podcast.
Oh, guys, it was 5, not 4.
Instead of the 4 that Fraser wrote in his document. Fraser travelled over an hour to visit me a month before Alice posted her TikToks and stayed at my house with friends as I had moved outside of London. In our own podcast, Fraser says that we would talk every day, which is why we decided to start the podcast in the first place.
I've been a big fan of podcasts that go on and just super casual between friends. And then
I'm a big fan of podcasts that go on. I don't know, man. You got a really good track record with podcasts.
it's like 150 episodes.
But that's why I feel like this isn't going to be like your last ventures, because for one, you've always done it high budget, which is not like a thing to criticize, but it's like this is on Discord, like, and we speak to each other. We speak to each other every day. We're on calls, so like, there's no reason for us. It makes sense for us to. We talk about YouTube all the time. We're always speaking about things going on. It makes sense to just get on camera like once or twice a week and just speak about it on a long form, hour to 2 hour thing.
After our call, Fraser didn't reach out to me at any point. I asked him if he leaked our messages, and then I saw the clip where Samuel claimed that Fraser had told him that I
Dude, Samuel's gotta be feeling real good about this, man.
had been avoiding him the entire time, which, as you could see, was at no point true. Fraser posted on his
So, from what I remember hearing personally, Alex at first was going around pitching how he was a victim to people, and then after people weren't buying it, once the document was out, he went radio silent to a lot of folks. So I can't give more than that without giving away specific details about people, but it was like he was talking about it a lot prior to it coming out. It came out, people were like, can you refute this in private? And then he just vanished.
Instagram story that I refused to share the private messages I had with Alice with him.
Wasn't it Alex's fault that Quiet ended up falsely accusing and condemning Slazo in the first place? We will get to that. I will talk about that more.
But the reason that I didn't share them is because I was worried that they would be leaked, which is exactly what happened after I spoke to him. Fraser posted that he believed I might sue him for posting these stories.
Which is true. You are that kind of petty person. I could totally see you doing
But
that.
I have no intention of doing so.
Yeah, you say that. I don't believe you at all.
And there would be no reason to worry if what he posted was actually true. Alice had followed everyone in my friendship circle months after our breakup, and was using my friends to gather information on me by posting videos that were intended to get a reaction out of me, by falsely claiming that I am a convicted criminal. Alice wanted to find...
Are we kidding? Are we really doing this again? We're really doing this again. Okay. Dude, actually looping.
I sent to her on iMessage. Not only did Alice threaten me throughout our relationship, but she also blackmailed me throughout...
Again, dude. Holy shit. Looping Andy. Looping. Holy shit. Call Bruce Willis, because you're looper.
accused me of doing the things that she has done in her document. Alice would continually emotionally abuse me and manipulate me whilst threatening me. She had moved she wanted, and I realised I was being... Alice began to document and could no longer make me stop talking to my friends. Although we had been broken up for months at this point, Alice was still messaging me about the girls that I had followed on Instagram or friends that I had refollowed. Alice sent me this message saying that any girl that I speak to would be ugly anyway, and proceeded to insult them after claiming that she hasn't tried to stalk me or try to control me in her document. I refollowed my friends when it became clear.
Motherfucker was following the fucking TikTok e-girls, being like, I'm gonna get into their DMs because I have a checkmark on Insta.
Clear to me that I was being manipulated and blackmailed by Alice. This is because Alice had unfollowed them on my Facebook and at the time telling me throughout our relationship, and I did as she asked in the hopes that the constant harassment and lying would eventually stop.
Oh, fuck you. This guy's literally a repeater, repeating everything. Oh, the fucking cat.
I was planning on her moving back in, but I was under the impression that we had broken up and that our relationship was over. Alice was...
This guy sucks. I can't believe we're still doing this, dude. End the video. Dude, turn off the camera. Oh, we got something new.
To deliver her things. This is a complete lie, as Alice had asked me to send her this letter and teddy bear directly, as shown in these screenshots. Alice sent me a TikTok about writing her a love letter, when I followed up by sending the TikTok to Alice on iMessage.
God, you gotta... Dude, listen. Yeah, you're both mutually abusive. Okay. Does that undo anything you did?
I asked her if this is what she wanted, as not me. She left me of stealing her belongings. Let her know when I was coming so that it wasn't a surprise to her, because Alice had accused me of stealing...
Oh my god. No. Did I leave the Ari with you? Dude, she plays League.
her belongings, even though at no point had I ever done anything but offer to return them after she had left. Not only did I want to return...
Yeah, I looked at some of the responses, but this is...
Alice's items... but I was tired of Alice accusing me of stealing them when at no point had I planned to keep hold of them. Alice had not asked for them to be returned up until the point of claiming that I had stolen them. Create a false narrative Alice anything, also gone on to accuse me of smashing up her belongings, which is a lie. At no point had I broken anything of Alice's during our relationship, and as you can see from these messages, that Alice has left out of her.
Well, my things. I really said leave all my things alone, man. I didn't do that. I'll send you money to replace it. Just send a price. Hello? Yeah, I'm getting the ones they are. They're both fucked up. I haven't checked my PC or speakers. I'm sure they're fine. How did you transport them? They both fucked up. I haven't checked my PC or speakers. That's like the same. Okay, why'd you screenshot it like that? That's weird.
A document. She sent me pictures of her monitors a few days after our argument, where Alice had falsely accused me of assaulting her.
Then how did it break then? You didn't, none of those messages show how it break. There's no discussion of that. You instantly say, I'll replace it after she says, hey, you broke it.
And threatened to report me to the police because I'd asked Alice to stay away from me because I no longer wanted to be in a relationship with her. I told Alice I did not know how this happened, but I offered to pay for new ones to avoid any more arguments, as I was already drained from the constant false accusations, threats, and blackmail. Alice has fabricated a story about me breaking her glasses in her document, which is a lie. Alice used her notes as proof that this had happened, but has invented this story.
Did he transport it to her? If so, any of the damages are his fault. Yeah.
Retroactively, as shown by the fact that it had been added after she had moved out, specifically for the document. Alice has posted videos of me threatening.
Oh my god. Bro took the computer to the brick room. Dude, he's got a brick room in his house? That's crazy.
Which, as shown in this text message, is a lie. In this thread of tweets made, people accused me of being drunk in these videos, which is untrue, and Alice even corrected this and told people that I did not drink throughout our relationship. Since Alice posted these, she has accused me of controlling behaviour in a document and has lied about me many times in these stories that she has shared. Alice accused me of threatening to break up with her for liking followers' tweets.
Oh my god. Oh. Dude, Willie Mac mentioned, dude. Willie Mac mentioned. He was following the girls he was in relations with previously. I do note, this is my statement, sorry it's messy. Not to be rude, but you didn't answer my question. In your doc, he says he called you names because you were replying to followers, and then you found out he was following exes. Was the context of these arguments about cheating? No, no one cheated.
Twitter.
She was getting jealous that he was following exes, which, to be honest, Alex the type of guy to follow up on an ex when a relationship falls through. It's just his MO, really. It's a vibe he gives, you know?
Alice said no and denied.
He's one of those guys that would be like, I'm a big YouTuber, please fuck me, guys. That's just who he is, dude.
This once again is a lie. The entire conversation Alice references here is about cheating, and this is why she doesn't include or in this conversation. I then told Alice how it made me feel and that I didn't like normal. Trying to reassure me. She told Alice she then claims she actually to avoid saying anything to reassure me, as she'd gone out of her way to do the opposite. Alice then claims she actually did reassure me, and then sarcastically texts me that she won't ruin my rep again. Alice then begins to mock me for wanting her to apologise, and then says sorry for liking a fan's tweet, which is not at all what I had an issue with, as Alice has tried to portray here and in her document.
Dude, all these strawberries and blueberries just driving me wild, dude. Holy shit. It's the same shit over and over.
Alice then calls me a baby and tells me she doesn't understand why I was upset at all in the first place. Told Alice I felt she was more concerned with having to say sorry than she was about me being upset, and that her response threw me massively. Alice calls me a child and immature. I admit I could have handled things better from the start, but from reading these conversations back, it is clear to me that no matter what I had done, I was going to be mocked and insulted for bringing up how I felt. I then asked—
You should be mocked and insulted for any reason, honestly. I think you're pathetic. It's crazy how you're much more wealthy than me and you should have like a life that's like amazing, but it's not. It's sad and you have nothing. And boy, oh boy, has it all turned to ash in your mouth.
proceeded to argue with me and spam me again. Alice begins to gaslight me again.
Guys, she was spamming me. Many such cases where Alex was also spamming. Dude, if we show the same text messages, I'm just going to skip through it because I think I don't really care what you have to say if you're going to keep repeating yourself like this because it's kind of pathetic.
To Alice's phone, and I had never asked for it. For our entire relationship, Alice had full access to my phone, went through my following and text messages.
There's a TikTok in here about... There's a TikTok therapist in here, isn't there? Okay. Somewhere over the rainbow, where skies are blue.
Started accusing me of kicking her for leverage against me, and started to say I kicked her when I tried to talk to her about the issues I've been bringing up throughout our relationship, and has now written a story backwards from this, which is untrue. Alice shared a video from the same day of me following her around and yelling at her. I'm incredibly angry and upset in this video. The only context given is that Alice says that this is when I kicked her, which as I have shown is not what she had said at the time in the text messages, as it is not what happened. I was angry and upset because Alice had hit me and then had began to threaten me. When I got angry and started to lose my temper, Alice recorded me. Alice says that she recorded this because she was scared that I'd hit her again, but this is false as I hadn't kicked her or hit her. Alice has then begun recording me halfway through an argument that started because she had hit me after we had argued on the sofa.
Oh my god. You don't understand. She came at me with a chainsaw. Dude, I like how the brick has not entered the discourse, bro. The brick allegations remain unaddressed.
Pass off a completely false story. I shouldn't have followed Alice around and ranted at her and insulted her, but I was incredibly upset.
Well, wait, you just said you assaulted her, motherfucker.
How she had hit me, and then
Guys, she assaulted me first, so I could assault her back, and it's okay.
began to blame me for why she was abusing me, and she told me I deserved it. This is why I started...
Do you have any text messages to prove this? Oh wait, womp. Listen, buddy, we're just using the standard you're using.
Listing all the things I had issues with, as I thought it was ridiculous that Alice had assaulted me again, and then treated me like I was the only part of the problem, and entirely responsible for why our relationship was so toxic. The kicking incident would be brought up in many arguments from this point on. The more we would fight after the breakup, the more I pulled away.
I feel like the cat and the brick are the same person, you know? I feel like the cat... Like there should be like a Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein picture, but it's the cat with the brick.
Alice would change the story to sound...
And they're at a gala, you know?
And would tell me to apologize for kicking her after tormenting and blackmailing me. Alice has wrote in our document that I carried many issues into our relationship, and has written that she is an empath, and that I am a narcissist.
Tom Fraser's last season was in 2004.
I thought Frasier's last season was in 2004.
This is not what I was told by Alice when we started dating. Alice had told me that she had borderline personality disorder, but that she was self-diagnosed. I am confused.
Dude, self-diagnosed BPD girl in many such cases.
Just why this has not been mentioned at any point in this document, as it was a big part of our relationship and how we interacted with each other. Alice sent me a video on TikTok after we had an argument, because she had began to verbally abuse me, go through my phone, and hit me during our arguments.
Wait a second, that was Alex sending the BPD video.
Or someone you know possibly have borderline personality disorder, here are the key features. An intense fear of abandonment, even going to extreme measures.
Why did Alex send her this BPD video?
To avoid it, whether it's real or just imagined. A pattern of unstable, intense relationships.
Also, let me just say how insane it is to do this. This is literally like chronically online Zoomer behavior. Dude, psychology becoming like a fucking commercialized outlet on TikTok has led to all these Zoomers using therapy speak as an answer for like problems.
Relationships, such as idealizing someone 1 minute, and then as soon as that person falls short on something...
Dude, weaponized therapy is crazy.
...seeing them as totally bad. Rapid changes in self-identity and self-image, sometimes even shifting their goals, shifting their values, or viewing themselves as bad, or sometimes even feeling as if they don't exist at all. Periods of paranoia that seem to be related to being stressed, and a loss of contact with reality, which can last from a few minutes to a few hours. Impulsive and risky behaviors that are fun in the moment but have a high chance of danger, such as gambling, reckless driving, unsafe sex, spending sprees, binge eating, drug abuse, or even sabotaging success by quitting a good job or ending a positive relationship. Suicidal threats or suicidal behavior, or even self-injury, often in response to the person fearing separation or abandonment. Wide mood swings that can last from a few hours to a few days and can include intense happiness or irritability or shame or anxiety. Ongoing feelings of emptiness. And here's the kicker. Inappropriate, intense anger, such as losing their temper.
Dude, this is just like inappropriate anger, like the brick.
Sarcastic or bitter, or even getting involved in physical fights. If you or someone you know is exhibiting
oh my
a lot of
god.
these signs a lot of the time,
Why are we watching
might be
this?
borderline personality disorder.
Yeah, on one hand, it's good that knowledge is more readily available. On the other hand, children shouldn't be played. The thing is, it's like...
I've left to get some work done. I come back to him talking about how he didn't kick her. Thought you were still at the beginning.
Dude,
Not this far.
he's looping, dude. He's looping. Yeah, I think therapy being more normalized is great, but the thing is that people watch TikToks and think they're therapists or that they can diagnose other people's problems or themselves, right? Therapy and like the therapy language that is used should happen between you and your therapist in private, okay? And it should not be for the internet. I think like having knowledge out there is great, but then there's also a lot of bad knowledge. A lot of these people who get online and say they're therapists or psychologists will come out, give information, and then it could be wrong or it could be used as like a tool negatively, right? So it's just like a really big fucking problem.
Alice had sent me this as an explanation for her behavior, because I did not understand why she had been hitting me and insulting me from what seemingly came from nowhere. Alice told me that she had a mental
Weaponized therapy is what they used on Milo to stop him from liking BBC.
illness, and that was why she was having these issues, and she wanted me to understand. I told Alice I didn't like the TikTok as she had sent it to me out of the blue, and that I would have preferred to have a proper conversation about something that was this serious.
But but that's on your side of the text messages. This on your side of the text messages.
Was making her feel bad about her being her, and that I should know this stuff.
Just something I want, just not something I want to play in my skull. You get me? I don't want to think about that. Slanty face. I don't think you get what I'm saying. It's not to be played in your head. It's for you to be aware of how things work in my head. I'm aware. And it's not to the extent you're probably thinking. This guy's like, oh no, my girlfriend's mentally ill. La, 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 la.
About her. I told her it was not something that I worried about, as I wanted to reassure Alice that it was something that we could talk about, and that I could understand it. To be clear, I was not diagnosed with BPD at the time of this conversation. I told Alice that it makes me anxious.
Not the BPD guy versus the BPD girly.
Receiving a video unprompted about our relationship, saying that she was seeing me as entirely bad if I fall short, as I felt that was a lot of pressure to put on someone when the reactions to my shortcomings were for Alice to become more controlling and physically abusive. I took it personally, and looking back on these messages, I should have handled this a lot better. I felt that I was being told that I could no longer speak up in our relationship, so I was being told that every issue was the result of this mental illness.
You are mentally ill, Alex. I'm gonna skip ahead again because I'm running out of patience. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'm Alex, like Star Wars. Another common Alex L. Let's see. Fucking, what comes up next? Dude, the Danky Jabbo comes up. Danky Jabbo. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be like right back. Because I've been at this for a bit. So let me go to the bathroom and we'll keep pushing on. There we go. Good timing. Good timing, me. Oh, boy. I did wash my hands. I did. I wonder if you thought it would go like Slazo's return. Oh, God, man. This is killing me.
say on the first day of our holiday. I was not really sure what to say as a response, so I told Alice that I didn't like how she had brought this up, and I didn't think it was the best way to start a conversation about something as serious and delicate as this. She didn't open up to me about being sexually assaulted. I was not even aware of the conversation and what it was about, as Alice had only made a passing comment about hypersexuality and her previous partners. After I'd finished work, I went to the bedroom to talk to her, and she refused to speak to me. Alice then told me that I should sleep on the sofa. I was more than willing to talk about whatever Alice wanted to, and I apologized for upsetting her. When I mentioned again that I was not annoyed, I was just surprised by what she had said.
Oh, we're going over the bed couch thing again? Wow. Oh, boy.
The person who I had told her had sexually assaulted me in the hopes that I would react. I was incredibly upset that Alice was using something deeply personal that I told her about in confidence as a way to get to me. Alice messaged me saying that I knew why, and then went on to clarify that she did this because she was upset with me. We continued to talk about it, and this is when Alice told me that I should have fought back. I've blurred the names as I have no interest in making this a public matter, and I have no intention to discuss this publicly beyond this, as I hoped it would remain private between us. But Alice has since used this to try and hurt me, and has accused me of doing exactly what she had been doing intentionally to induce a mental breakdown that she could use for her document. Alice has still been harassing me online to this day, and has begun to go after other people.
Are we seriously still doing this? Oh my god.
People that she believes are friends with me. Alice posted a series of comments on TikTok claiming that every YouTuber who has similar thumbnails is working with me or for me.
That's insane. That's like that's absolute schizo posting, okay? That's schizo posting. And that's why I don't think Alice is a completely honest narrator either in this, okay? This is every commentator YouTuber that uses the same thumbnail template as me. This is just an insane thing to say. All right, it's completely unfounded, absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, you know who probably encouraged that line of thinking? Cataclysm. You know who probably encouraged that line of thinking? Cataclysm. You know who we covered recently on stream? Cataclysm. You should go watch that stream, chat. I fucking did that. Okay. I said it. I said that she's crazy. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. The BPD girlies all hang out together.
Fabricating stories that I am employed by any YouTuber who makes commentary videos is ridiculous.
Well, you just said that wrong anyway, but she's saying that YouTubers that make thumbnails similar to yours are on the take.
And untrue. I have seen recently that multiple YouTubers have made videos on my former editor, Danky Jabo.
Yeah, including Jake Baz.
They've accused him of being mentored by me, and they claim that we are friends. Because of this accusation, Danky Jabo...
You probably gave unsolicited advice, I'll be honest.
...has lost over 11,000 subscribers. The reason this rumor began is because Alice messaged the YouTuber known as Cataclysm and told her that a friend of hers had messaged Danky Jabo because he still followed me, and this can be found in a video that Cataclysm has deleted.
Standing by somebody who has been outed as an abuser or who you know is an abuser just because Alex has done, for example, a little bit for you and helped your career, you're a scumbag. You're
Dude, this is a funny crossover, man. I can't believe it.
an enabler and you don't genuinely believe in what you're talking about. A little example I have here is I received a screenshot from Alice, which was one of Alice's friends in contact with a content creator called Danky Jabo. Basically, Danky Jabo got a DM.
Whoa, you're putting this is clipped very interestingly. I'll say that. No, I 100% think Cataclysm doing that terrible stream and doing that terrible hit piece on Danky Jabo is what kind of encouraged Alex to make a response. I 100% think that encouraged it, right? Because this poisons the well. This poisons the well and gives Alex an in, right? So this was ultimately Cataclysm did more to help someone she believes is an abuser than help. So she did everything wrong. She encouraged somebody that she believes is an abuser to come back. 100%.
From someone who Alice knows, Alice being ImAlexx's ex-girlfriend, saying, is there a reason you still follow
Yeah, I really do think Cataclysm has some fucking blame here.
and work for an abusive piece of shit? To which Jesse, Danky Jabo, replied and said, I'm so sorry, mate. I'll unfollow the annoying orange right now.
Because one of Alice's friends decided to reach...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, this guy's never escaping it, dude. This guy's never escaping it. No. Oh my god. Yeah, Lewis, I gotta be honest, you doing the video on Danky also gave Alex an in. You made a huge mistake, and I think you're final. This is, if you thought you were reaping what you sowed before, you're definitely reaping what you sowed now. All right. I will say, I'll give Alex this. At least he's putting appropriate levels of responsibility on Cataclysm.
out to him and ask why, if it was an accident, if he meant to unfollow him, or if he just didn't know
Dude, you know Alex sits around watching all the commentary YouTubers. This is so funny.
what was going on.
I do not understand why my ex-girlfriend and her apparent friends have been messaging people who still follow me 8 months after I've stopped posting entirely and over a year since we have broken up. Alice to this day is trying to interfere with my personal life by attempting to isolate me.
You're a piece of shit. I don't think people should hang out with you, man. I don't know what to tell you. She's 100% on the money with that.
Going as far as harassing people.
Yeah, boo-hoo.
Because she believes that we know each other.
Yeah, Cataclysm was a fucking schizo, okay? Thank God she got just desserts. I hope she realizes the mistake she's made. She won't because she's insane, but she should.
Alice went after my friends and is now scouting my social media and encouraging you.
Lewis McClung has the chance to do the funniest thing right now.
Cool Anime Girls celebrates 11 months of membership. Just came in. Restart stream.
Yeah, you know, if the video didn't loop 40 times, trust me, don't worry, you didn't miss a single thing. That's how little you missed. I know we're an hour and 26 minutes in, but you didn't miss anything.
Based on whether they follow my inactive social media accounts. Alice took the DM that she claimed a friend had sent her from Danky Jabo and sent it to Cataclysm, who then proceeded to make various posts and YouTube videos claiming that.
Oh fuck, he's getting an own right now. He's getting a fucking win right now. Not good. Cataclysm, you were such a... See, this is why Cataclysm, why I don't like her. Right? This is literally what this is exactly what I was on about when I was talking about her on stream. Okay?
Danky Jabo was a misogynist, an abuse apologist, and even hearted a comment claiming that he could be a future sexual assaulter.
From the moment...
Dude, Cataclysm, you fucking idiot. This woman is definitely partially responsible that we're talking about this right now.
I ignored her offer to join call.
Dude, thank Christ Cataclysm is getting some just desserts, but it comes at the expense of Alex getting a righteous own, and it is so fucking annoying.
Her and her friends, she had begun randomly messaging me unwarranted, hateful messages whenever she felt like it. Not only that, but she was also hearting comments on her YouTube channel that accused me of being a potential
Danky Jabo needs to be like, I'm not working with Alex. I don't avow.
sexual assaulter. The fact that either of you act as though you were trying to be fair at any point, that you were trying to be respectful.
Cataclysm pulled the President Sunday. Oh my god. Dude, I didn't know they made them as women, dude. I thought they just came in sweaty dude.
At any point is honestly laughable.
Cataclysm posted that she wanted to expose someone so bad. This was a tweet made before Cataclysm had uploaded any video or live stream about Danky Jabo, who she then went on to expose by revealing this.
Oh my god, these girlies did such a bad thing, dude.
Claiming that
Oh,
this was proof that we knew each other.
this is such an own right now, dude. This is such an own.
Responded to the tweet that Cataclysm.
Dude, Cataclysm sucks so much. This stupid lady.
Made, saying that she would do it for her when Cataclysm claimed that she couldn't expose Danky Jabo for legal reasons. Cataclysm then made tweets about Danky Jabo that were negative, that Alice retweeted and shared.
Dude, Cataclysm, you're so stupid. You're stupid.
These tweets can no longer be found as Cataclysm has deleted her Twitter
Oh my
account after Danky Jabo's response video. Alice has not only continued to harass me for the last year, but has now
Oh, are we
gone
gonna
after
loop
my
again?
former editor and tried to cancel him because
Oh my god. Okay, well now indirectly, but you know all these chicks, they sit around and they just like gas each other up about their bad habits.
she created a
Also remember, he still threatened to beat her to death with a brick and called her the N-word hard R.
conspiracy that he's a friend of mine and that we work with each other. This has led to him.
Dude, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. This is such an unironic win in this video. I'm fucking fuming right
being
now.
slandered and harassed online by various
Yeah, he puts it at the end, so he leaves on a win.
creators who have now apologized because of this
Oh my god. This is bad. This is bad.
lie that she had started. Other YouTubers have also claimed that because our thumbnails were similar, we must be friends.
One of the only pieces of evidence that they show
Oh my
are
god.
that
Yeah, what about your homie Jake Baz, Alex?
our thumbnails are similar.
You can even tell the blatant mentoring through the exact
Oh
same
my
thumbnail.
god.
They use the exact same.
I'm literally losing my mind right now, dude. Dude, Danky Jabbo needs to say something, dude. ImAlexx is weaponizing you right now, dude. ImAlexx is fucking weaponizing Danky Jabbo. All right? ImAlexx is using Danky Jabbo to get a win right now. All right? Danky Jabbo, you probably need to say something. This is like an episode of Succession. Dude, it's playing that violin music that happens in Succession, and all the characters are like running around in an office room, like going, and you know, the one guy, he's in the bathroom and he's like, oh, my dad, I hate my dad.
Nothing wrong with that. It's just more proof that he mentored him or taught him his ways.
This is also a point made by
my
both
God.
Cataclysm and an actual old friend of Alex and Jake Baz, who was previously featured on his channel before.
When Alex stopped posting because of everything that happened, Jesse then started posting very much in the style of Alex, with the Alex's thumbnails, etc., etc.
Coincidentally, your thumbnails seems to be only since he's...
This guy sucks. This guy sucks.
Wait, your thumbnails have started getting a lot more like
Oh
Alex's,
my god, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh my god.
which is
I'm literally seething right now.
weird. Why would you only just start doing that now, coincidentally, when he
Oh
stops?
my god, I'm so fucking furious.
However, the great irony of this point is that the very thumbnails on the streams that my thumbnails are being criticized on are the exact thumbnail style that somehow prove that Alex is mentoring me.
These YouTubers accused Danky Jabo of being mentored by me
Oh, we're just not gonna mention Jake Baz was your homie?
based on
Okay.
his style of thumbnails. But Jake Baz and Cataclysm have also taken my thumbnail style
Oh my god.
and used it in the very
It's not your thumbnail style. I'm sorry. This is soy. Sorry.
videos where they attempt to cancel him after making multiple videos.
I forgot who mentioned this, but a YouTuber did say Jake and Katie didn't catch as much shit as Lewis. Stop it! I am that guy. That's me.
Videos calling me an abuser.
And not only that, but Cataclysm still continues to use the very thumbnails that she's criticizing me for to this day. By that logic, is she also being mentored by Alex? No. Obviously not, because it's just a YouTube thumbnail.
a woman.
And like I said, I haven't spoken to Alex since my last payment from him. He has
At least he ain't a woman yet. The pink pill can happen.
nothing to do with my channel.
To take my thumbnail style after calling me an abuser, whilst attacking another content creator for doing the same, is ridiculous and unfair. Especially when the goal was to try and ruin somebody's YouTube career.
You would not have made this many baseless
Dude, this guy is just riding this other guy's successful dodging of an allegation. Okay? Right into the sunset.
accusations against me that do not accurately represent the conversations that took place between us. You wouldn't excitedly be tweeting about how much you wanted to expose me, and you wouldn't be saying shit like this on stream.
And it makes me feel like sad. Like I just want to like log into his channel and delete it. Like it needs to be deleted.
Another ridiculous piece of evidence that they use is that I still follow ImAlexx's Instagram account.
Also, what some people have noticed, which
Dude, this is fucking driving me insane.
what Katie alluded to in a video as well.
Oh my god. Dude, Jake Baz needs to get his eyebrows done, okay? Because you look like a fucking Wallace and Gromit character with the eyebrows, bro.
Bravo is still following Alex, so this is true. If I
Dude, yeah, his haircut's bad too.
I had a look before stream, so Dekajabo is following Alex, and he's still followed by.
I can't believe the ImAlexx drama has 3 President Sundays.
as well. So they're still around each other. That's what I do know.
Dude, this guy had a document where he was talking about the Haktua coin.
And still now, Jesse followed and still followed.
Dude, this is just the worst. This is just the worst. I'm so fucking mad right now. These people drive me insane. I have no patience for this shit.
Follows ImAlexx.
Now, Danky Jabbo was still following Alex.
If our thumbnails being the same and someone following me means that I am mentoring them, then why until a few weeks ago did Cataclysm still follow me on TikTok and use my thumbnails?
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is such a stupid thing for him to win on, too.
Not mean that we are friends, or that I am mentoring Cataclysm. I find it ridiculous that this has been used to prove that I am friends with people, when the same people saying this are doing the exact same. Cataclysm also went on to do a live stream.
This is such a non, like, this doesn't escape, you don't escape being an abusive person now. Because of somebody else's drama, by the way. It doesn't work this way. I know we're sitting here, we're saying that's a win, and I am seething, and I am mad, I am malding, coping and seething even. You know, but like, this doesn't undo what happened in the actual drama between you and Alice.
He made claims about me that are untrue.
Yeah, his Onision core.
Alex said stuff about me, and I didn't even know him. Like, Alex was like cocky as shit, because like, I followed Alex for quite a long time, and Alex made a comment being like, oh, I should probably follow her back at some point, and he made some weird comment, like, as if, like, I don't know, it was just weird. It was like kind of patronizing.
I had followed Katie on Twitter, and we had interacted.
I followed Katie on Twitter because she's a commentary channel, and she's good looking. Okay, that's about it. All right.
I did once, and she wished me a happy birthday. I did not follow Katie back on Instagram.
I'm watching Lewis's channel with great hope and expectation. Guys, I think this will radicalize Lewis at this rate, man. I think we might flip him.
It was Alice that accused me of getting close with Katie, even though we had never called or spoken outside of.
Who's Cataclysm? YouTuber Jake's friend. He does videos with her. Why? Apparently, you've been getting
Don't
friendly.
Crash out, Diesel. You're too pretty.
Lewis joins the far right, dude. Yeah.
This DM. I sent this to Alice to show that we only ever had one interaction to prove that I was not involved with Cataclysm in any way.
Yeah, but you were sitting there, you were setting up for your exit strategy, all right? You were setting up a little cheeky rebound. Don't even, bro. I know you. Come on.
These messages were 2 months after we had broken up, as Alice was still monitoring my social media activity and friendship circle.
Dude, Lewis is living a never-ending ethereal nightmare. The circle of hell for his mistake. Yeah, dude.
And trying to prevent me from being friends with anyone, something that she is still doing to this day. I would like to apologize to Danky Jabo. My actions are not something that he is responsible for, and I apologize that I did not respond sooner. For the last year, I have been in and out of hospital.
Who cares?
And this greatly delayed my response.
Guys, I couldn't respond. I had ligma and I was in the hospital.
And I was unable to make a video at this time, and that is why it has taken me so long to address this.
I was in the hospital because I don't know how to shave and I got sepsis.
In this time, Alice has
Do little posting, dude.
Things about me that are untrue, and has posted this TikTok that people believed is in reference to me.
Don't ask me about my.
Oh my god, I'm gonna mute this. Oh my god.
She had done everything she could and pressed charges on me. This never happened, and once again is another lie. Since Alice posted a document, 2 of my ex-girlfriends made posts about me. My ex-girlfriend Jess, who I dated in 2019, wrote a statement that she had then deleted before she reached out to me to talk privately. Jess told me that Alice had contacted her and had lied about a police investigation and asked her to make a statement to back.
It was literally just a report. Yeah.
Me and Jess have spoken to each
Maybe you're all stupid. I don't know.
other many times since, and we have resolved this, and I greatly appreciate that she reached out to me. King Anna, a YouTuber who I dated in 2018, has also posted a statement about me on.
Dude, this by the way, interesting alt profile picture, Alex. So quirk chungus of you, ImAlexx. Boy, oh boy.
There is no evidence to support anything that has been written in this statement, and that's because what was written is completely untrue. At no point during our
Lastly, one time he ever laid a finger on me was when he grabbed me as I was trying to run away from a conflict. We were trying to record a YouTube video together. He was getting frustrated and having to restart recording multiple times. He started shouting and beating his fist on the table, even going as far back to break his microphone. Alex did have outbursts like this, okay? Like, he had outbursts like this. I can't speak to this specific event, but he had outbursts, all right? I was scared, so I got up to leave the room, which is when he grabbed my arm to physically stop me. I remember saying you grabbed my arm several times in shock, as if to say, who the fuck would ever grab someone like that? Once again, I was fortunate this was the only time something like this would ever happen.
Relationship did I at any point ever get physical? To write a statement that contains...
He would also, like, leave his toenail clippings around and shit in the house. He was like a fucking dirty motherfucker.
No screenshots, texts, or evidence to support these false claims.
Interesting. You also have many claims that you do not back up with anything.
Shows them for what they are. Baseless and untrue. Me and Anna continued to stay in contact with each other after the break.
Yes, you did stay friends after the two of you broke up. That was because we all had mutual friends together. But she could not stand your guts. She could not stand your guts. A lot of us also put up with you because, like, you were homies with some of us, but not all of us. And you were just like, we would tolerate you. But by the time 2019 had come around with Slazo, a lot of the shit was like, we're fucking done, right? I know people like Wild Spartans were like, I don't want to fucking, like, I'll be cool with him, but I won't be like his best homie, right? A lot of us were like, we'll deal and he's chill, but like we don't share nothing with him because we know that everybody's going to find out about it, right? I don't think he was in our Airbnb. He would come around, but it was just like, we wanted to have some distance from him.
We had met up at multiple gaming conventions in England and Los Angeles, and all of these messages were over a year after we had broken up, as we hadn't had any form of falling out, and we had maintained a friendship after our relationship had ended. Anna wrote in her document that it was the most toxic relationship she had ever been in, and that she was lucky to get out of it.
I heard about it as the relationship was happening back in 2017 and 2018. Like, we would hear about it because Anna would get on Discord and tell us about it.
When she did. But
I don't know if that makes it true or not, but I remember sitting in my college dorm room as Anna was bitching about you. So
we had stayed in contact for an entire year after, and Anna had even come round to my flat in London, where we had food and went out for dinner. A year after our breakup, I was invited to and took part in King Anna's charity livestream event because she had asked me to be a guest.
That's true. Tons of people were asked. You were not anybody special to have been asked. I was asked, and that was when I was streaming on Twitch occasionally. We raised quite a lot of money. I think it was for like polar bears or something like that. It was called like the Yeti event. But we were asking everybody who was a mutual of ours, everybody who we were friendly with, to participate in it.
I believe that we were on good terms after our breakup, and that there was never...
being friendly with each other does not mean that you're like everything's fine and there's not problems, right? But you were so fucking childish and petty that nobody would want to litigate any of this shit with you, and we're just like, literally, it was like, oh, we're friends with you because the alternative is you being like a massive piece of shit and blackballing us.
Any issues brought up with me.
Diesel, have we heard about any positive relationships that Alex has been in? No.
Personally, in the entire time that we knew each other. And this was the first time that I had heard of these completely false and baseless allegations that she has made against me. To see it.
I can just speak personally to my experiences with Alex. He was like an unkempt person, you know, and a lot of that is in there. Like, that's just the experience.
Statement.
Diesel, what are the odds he tries to bring you into the conversation? Well, he should just, like, talk to me then. I don't know. He'll probably, like, he won't say anything else. Because Alex will think, oh, this guy doesn't fucking matter, so I'm not going to address it.
And has retroactively been built on my abusive relationship with my ex-partner Alice deeply upsets me. Anna has also used this as an opportunity to blame me for a situation we were involved in with another YouTuber called Slazo. The messages between us at the time show that Anna wrote the statement on Slazo with his ex-girlfriend Che.
Okay, so that's presented incorrectly, right? So I'll go back and I'll talk about this, right? And I'll explain it again. And I don't know if any of the other commentary folk are watching, but yeah, and I'll gladly talk about this. If Henry's around, I'm sure he'd talk about it too, right? So the way that it went was like this. Che would go into like a VC and then tell all of us, not me in particular, but like us as in like the royal like Reddit crew, right? And the Aussies. So we're talking like Hyojin, Kappa Kaiju, Lord Bung, and a few others. I don't remember the rest. Those are just the ones I remember. But Che came to everybody and was like, this thing happened to me. I don't know how to word it. Can you guys help me word it? Right? And would ask the older YouTubers to name, or not name drop. I'm reading chat. Would ask the older YouTubers, which we're talking like a year or two difference in age, right? But would ask the older people to write out the thing because she didn't know how to write it correctly, right? And so she would give her testimony, and basically it would be written down by somebody else, right? And so from that, there was the group chat that was made, right? And Che would repeat this story over and over and told a bunch of people it in private, and they were like, if this happened, you should say something, blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, Che did, after people had like looked over her statement, right, that she wanted to put out there, and she put it out there. At the time, Alex was very positive about this, and he was very excited that it came out. That is something that happened, and I've told the story. Henry was here earlier. It was a night in California. Alex was wearing the green sequined tiger Gucci sweater along with European style shorts, right? I give the same fucking explanation of what it was like all the time. And he would talk about how terrible it was that Slazo was this insane sex pest. He made it about him. He would tell everybody. We were in person with other YouTubers, tons of other YouTubers. There was a lot of people at that party, tons of people. I won't name them, like, well, all the names. Obviously, Boogie's the funny one. But he would talk about it. He was like, oh, I let this guy into my flat. You know, I had this guy in my home. I had this sick, terrible person in my home, blah, blah, blah. And he was telling the story about how he thought he was close with Slazo, but he was horrified that he let this terrible person into his life and was letting this happen, and that he was heartbroken that this happened. Right? And that he was so dumbstruck, but he had signs. He saw signs, because he saw signs like Slazo was kind of into feet, and Slazo was kind of into things that were gross and degenerate, right? And he would tell this story to anybody who would listen, and other people would be like, I don't know, man, I don't know, right? So that's what would happen. Alex went around to many a person before the statement was public and tell the story, but he would tell it in a way that made him the most important character. Okay, that's why that's Alex's role in it. He exaggerated and brought it to more and more people, just by the fact that he likes to talk about everybody's business, and he would do that all the time.
An opportunity to blame me for a situation we were involved in with another YouTuber called Slazo. The messages between us at the time show that Anna...
Right, but this is completely ignoring like the group chat. I just finished Che writing Twit longer and getting all the screenshots ready. She says she still wants to post it tonight. Everything's ready to go, right? So Che was like, I need help. I'm just a small bean, blah, 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 right? And then people being Che's friend assumed she was telling the truth, and we're like, fine, we'll give you help since you're such a small bean. Okay?
Wrote the story.
Right? Like, I think the implication is a lot of people think it was like a career hit takedown to take Slazo down for some career-related thing. Nobody cared. It was legitimately that Che was people's friends and, like, lying. The fact that Che, like, walked away from the internet and was like, I'm gonna leave now, is crazy. And that fucking psycho bitch stay gone. I'm sure they're probably back, but there's that.
On Slazo with his ex-girlfriend Che, and that I ignored this message at the time that she had sent it to me. I was aware of the situation, but I had no involvement in writing anything, and
You didn't write things, but you told people tons of things over and over and over. You told countless stories at VidCon. You're a fucking liar. You're just a liar. You told so many people at VidCon how broken you were about Slazo and how horrible the thing was. It was the talk of the town, dude. And we were there talking about it at the fucking party. All right? Like I said, Quackity was eating a bunch of hot dogs inside the house. Fucking, we were outside. Boogie was swimming in the pool. Okay? Nerd City had to tell Boogie not to kill himself. All right? It was that party. I know you were there. You were there. We were standing right there. I know the YouTuber you told that to. I'm not saying who it is, but they definitely remember because I retold them the story and they were like, oh shit. Yeah, that did happen.
I had even messaged me acknowledging that I didn't want to be
But it's not like you weren't involved.
involved.
I completely misunderstood why you didn't want to be involved. If this was the case, why did you tell so many people about it at VidCon? Why were you talking about it to everybody?
Which is why I had not replied to her messages where she had tried to involve me. To write that everyone got the blame for something that I had apparently made up, when in reality...
You were literally going around in private and telling people this story, okay? Holy shit.
As shown here, Anna was the person who had written the statement.
This guy is such a well-poisoning piece of shit. All right? This guy is completely saying he has no culpability in it. All right? And I'm telling you right now, that is bullshit. That is bold-faced bullshit. The guy is lying. And you only have my word to go on. I understand it was a party, right? No fucking phones, right?
Ridiculous. And
you need to know if it's that Gucci thing. Okay, hold on. I'll pull it up. No, it's like a cream-colored sweater. It's like a cream-colored Gucci sweater.
A blatant lie. I should never have shared what Anna and Che had written, and I apologized privately to Slazo when it took place at the time. I wish no ill will to any of my previous partners.
Yes, you do. Shut up. Just be like, I fucking hate you and hope you die. But yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie. I've told the story a billion fucking times. It's the same every fucking time. Right? This fucking guy is trying to rewrite history. Right? Yeah, we should have seen this one coming. Yeah, for those of you that don't know the story, so I'm at this party. We go drive over there. We take a fucking Uber, right? A bunch of us are like 19, 20, so we should have been drinking anyway. Tons of YouTubers are there. I'm catching up with some homies inside. I walk outside. Boogie goes like, he like literally does the like fall forward thing, right? He does the fall forward thing into the pool. Big splash because he's nice and fat right now. And he swims over to Jeff Holiday's wife. Jeff Holiday is doing some like acid or shrooms, and he's sitting on a chair with another YouTuber while his wife is in the pool just relaxing and chilling. And Boogie swims over as and he's told this on stream before, so I'll say it. Axel, who's friends with Hoover, formerly friends with Quackity, overheard this conversation. He's the one who told the story before me. But yeah, he goes to Jeff Holiday's wife and he says, I bet your pussy smells like roses. And obviously Jeff Holiday's wife denies the advances, and Boogie goes and has a crash out moment where two YouTubers, one of which being Nerd City, has to tell Boogie not to kill himself because this was the year that Boogie was saying he's going to end his life because he's so miserable. That was the year of that happening. There was like one or two YouTubers who spoke to him, Nerd City being one of them, right? Meanwhile, I'm chopping it up with some YouTubers I know. King Anna is sitting, you know those lawn chairs, those like beach chairs that have like the rubber bands, right? Where they connect into like spaces and they like spread out, right? So you could lay and sunbathe, right? And there was posts where you could put like a curtain above us so you could shade ourselves if it was during the day, right? And so I'm sitting on one of those long lawn chairs with Anna. Anna's wearing the pink Elvis the Alien hoodie, right? Which you guys have seen if you know who Elvis the Alien is, right? And there's another YouTuber and he's leaning on the post, right? And Alex is coming over and he's standing on the other side wearing his European shorts. And I'll try and, you know what? I'll try and find it. I'll try and find the exact outfit Alex is wearing right now. Because I found it before. He's got a lot. Yeah, oh, so this is the hoodie that Anna was wearing as we were having this conversation, by the way. I think I found a sweater. I want to find a one where it's Alex in the picture too, though. That's the thing. Because I've definitely seen it. Maybe I'm... Oh, wait. See this picture? See the top of that green tiger, guys? It was that sweater right there. That one right there. I think that picture was taken at the port in, or like that big like place with the rides in California. Let me check to see if you found a sweater. Yes, this is it. This is it. It was this sweater. He was wearing this. This is what he was wearing. Yeah, there's no hood on this. There's no hood on this. But he was wearing this, and he was telling the story about how he let Slazo into his flat, and he had no idea how disgusting this person actually was, and how horrified he was, and how annoyed he is that the rest of commentary doesn't agree that Slazo is a piece of shit, and how annoyed he is with guys like Turkey Tom, and like I think Willie Mack also made a video at the time, right? He was annoyed that they didn't agree with him on it, right? And he was telling this story, and the guy standing across from us was like, I don't know, I know them. And I don't think they're doing it just because they hate you, right? But yeah, he did. He did. He would tell everybody all the time,
And I understand that claiming my innocence in these relationships will be difficult, but I cannot accept these false allegations that have been made against me. ImAlexx Mon, an influencer and content creator who was under the same management as me, posted a statement which is a complete lie. Mia claims that she spoke to my management and that they dropped me in June 2023 because she had made them aware of the rumours surrounding me and my relationship with Alice. Mia says that she had put pressure on my management to drop me due to these rumours, and that they did after she had asked. I was never kicked from my management. I left my management in January 2024 on my own accord, as shown in these messages. Mia says that I was kicked from management in June 2023, but I'd still been working with them and doing brand deals and premieres for the entirety of that year, as shown by this message from my management in July, and these messages about the Star Wars premiere I attended in August, 2 months after Mia claims that...
Dude, it's crazy how much shit, like, free stuff Alex would get. It's crazy. You're like a YouTuber in a country that's not America, and you could be not that famous and get tons of stuff. It's crazy.
It dropped me. I asked to leave my management in January 2024, which is 7 months after Mia claimed she got me kicked from my management. I was never dropped or had any conversations about my relationship with my management at any point. What Mia has posted is a complete lie. I would like to make it incredibly clear that no one at any point ever reached out to me as a friend or colleague and asked me about my relationship until I never reached out to me, which I have discussed in this video.
I don't even think you would have answered.
Baba Booey. This segment should have destroyed any chance of return. Bringing back up this ancient drama where every major accuser has been proven to be garbage people just to rewrite it years later is gross.
Dude, he doesn't want to take any culpability. He doesn't want to take any fucking responsibility for anything.
And that was months after we had broken up. At no point did anyone ask for my side or story. Nobody...
Dude, I know if I reached out to Alex, he wouldn't have answered me. Period. He would have just said, he would have not answered me.
Nobody at all was aware of any of the information that I've shared in this video except for Alice, because nobody at any point ever asked. The one instance when my friends reached out to me, they leaked everything to my abuser.
No, you stonewalled them. It's very clear to see you stonewalled them and didn't provide any evidence. You are just lying.
I did not expect people to understand my situation, and I was terrified to the point to which it had gotten to. I did not think there was anyone I could speak to, and I was terrified about what would happen if I did, as Alice had full access to my phone for the entire time we were together, while she unfollowed and isolated me from my friends, and because of this, I stayed in a relationship which continued to get worse.
And yeah, just there is that clip, I know some people have mentioned it, where you know, Alex is at a club and there is a certain someone quite Quite is yelling at him in the club. Quite was yelling at him because of his involvement in this Lazo stuff. and because nothing happened to him.
Alice has excused her behaviour as reactive abuse and has shown text messages where she has blurred out that she had been starting these fights. I had apologised to her after I had
Throw that stuff in drama talk if you're in the server, because I'll look at the stuff that I never said after this.
To the physical violence, gaslighting, and manipulation.
Is he gonna
that she would
cry?
put me through, as I was deeply upset.
Oh, he's working up a cry.
Over how I had reacted, as I felt I was losing control the longer I stayed in our relationship. Alice wrote in her document that I felt no remorse or guilt.
You're a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, loser.
Deeply regretted the way I had been acting.
Feel bad more.
I apologized constantly to Alice for how I had behaved. Our relationship was affecting me so greatly that
I'm built like a pacey little loser.
got progressively more sick the longer we stayed together.
Oh, I got sick. Dude, you say that shit all the time. I remember you would talk about how difficult your parents were and how sick it was making you. God.
To say that things just...
You say it all the fucking time. And then when you lived in the Omnia house, right, with like Chubbs and those motherfuckers, you would talk about how difficult it was to live with all those guys. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Flew past and I acted like nothing ever happened is completely untrue when it was having such a serious and severe effect on me. Alice constantly tried to push me to physical violence, which I refused to do, as she had told me to hit her on the 5th of October in an argument, and Alice said that I should hit her as a form of payback. Alice was trying to get me to react physically so she could use it to post online, and would constantly emotionally and physically abuse me until I would break so that she could screenshot my text messages or record me. This non-stop harassment has continued to this day, as Alice has gone after other people who she believes are my friends in an attempt to isolate me. I have not spoken to Alice or posted on my social media in nearly a year, but Alice has still been trying to control my life. Alice claimed in her document that I had projected all of my issues onto her, but has proceeded to diagnose...
You project all your issues onto everybody, to be honest.
...me as a narcissist multiple times in this document, and also texted me saying that I had narcissistic personality disorder.
I don't know if you do or don't, but you sure as hell act like a guy that would. Just saying.
After I had reacted to Alice's abuse. Alice believed that I was on the spectrum and would call me autistic.
I believe that. I think you might be.
They can bullied me when I tried to discuss the abuse in our relationship. The more our relationship...
I think you might be. Boy.
...progressed, the more I began to react emotionally to Alice's...
Listen, man, I'm just saying that you got a weird fixation on Star Wars. I'm just saying.
...abuse, as she would shut me down, stonewall me, and insult me. These arguments would go on for hours, and I had reached my breaking point when trying to discuss the issues that I had had. Alice would continually call me autistic, so I changed the way that I would try to discuss stuff in our conversation and arguments, just so I could get a response. Alice has then gone on to clip me during my severe mental breakdowns and has screenshot a text message.
Oh, boo-hoo. I acted... Dude, I'm sorry. A mental break... What the
Paint me as crazy and psychotic and pushed the entire blame of this onto me. I had complained about this at the beginning of our relationship and texted Alice about...
That's a very scary image
the
of a
fact that
cat.
her and her friends use this language freely. Alice would tell me to ignore this and told me that I was stupid for complaining about it and that I cared too much about how people would perceive me online.
You care way too much, dude. You would go to other YouTubers and talk about how much you're worried about like other people's perception of you. You are almost overly fixated on how other people like perceive you. All right?
Alice has lied that I normalized this language on Twitter, despite it being...
And you would say the N-word all the time.
Who actively bragged about it and brought it into our relationship.
You would say the N-word all the time. Fuck you.
I'm not claiming that I am innocent in this relationship. I retaliated with vile language and threats that have been normalized, and this is disgusting and unacceptable. Alice wrote in her document that this is what happens when a narcissist meets an empath. They feed
Yeah,
off
that and commentary clocked that was weird.
But Alice has posted multiple videos about me online, a document that is filled with lies, and has also continued to harass me and others in an attempt to isolate me for the last year. I hope by not responding or reacting that Alice would move on like she had claimed she would in her document, but Alice has continued to post about me and has harassed others in an attempt to get to me. Alice said that these posts that she had made about me were a cry for help and not attention in her document. But Alice asked me to make a public apology to stop her ongoing harassment day in her posts on views. And when I didn't, invited herself over and told me to
Dude,
make
this
her
is
dinner.
literally
This was
like
going
looping
on
again,
whilst
dude.
Alice
Holy
was using
shit.
traumatic experiences that I had shared with her.
God, you are such a
privately to
fake person, dude.
torment me and drive.
You're terrible. I hope you don't have any friends. I hope that you have to spend the rest of your career not talking to people. It's terrible. It's terrible that you got away with so much terrible shit for so long. That you get to be such a piece of shit to so many people for so long. All right, and nothing happened to you. Good.
Me to a mental breakdown intentionally after I'd started to break away from our abusive relationship, and that during all of this, she had been planning to expose me through a document that she had told my ex-girlfriend Jess about. Alice wrote, "I've had threats of story manipulation from Alex, so I've never done a narrative with her or a post intentionally because of my actions. To the many people who have reached out publicly and privately, I greatly appreciate the kindness and generosity many of you have shown at a time where I have not deserved it, and I hope that I can repay you by being a better person. Thank you for listening to what I had to say."
No. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, man. Oh my god. Let me look at the comments. Let's look at the comments. There's a lot of people that aren't clued in on the drama anyway. The whiplash I got from seeing this notification. I need the cat's response now. The cat deserves therapy from knowing these two. Neither of them should own a cat. Lisa didn't use a ukulele. For anyone who doesn't want to watch the whole thing, they're just as bad as each other. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, it's true. I'm reacting right now. Oh, crazy. Repsion. I saw this one earlier, but I'll read it out now since it's a YouTuber with subscriber.
All I heard was wah wah wah. Was the brick part of the mental breakdown, or are we still not going to talk about it?
Dude, the brick. Shout out to the brick. All I'm going to say is you're in no position to cry about the internet not giving you a chance to respond fast enough when you threw your friend Slazo under the bus the moment you had the chance with false claims. All I see from this entire video and watching it is that you guys are both wrong here, and that you're both in a severely... I conceived, grew, and gave birth to my son waiting for this response. Dude. Shout out, hold on. Shout out to the brick, hold on. To the bricks. Yeah, I just refreshed it. I just refreshed it. God, wow. You can say she's lying, but at the end of the day, there are videos and receipts of how you treated her. Dude, his audience was the audience that would have eaten him alive for this, too. Wow. I thought he was gay. Good answer. For 500 years, Gollum hid away in the misty mountains as the ring poisoned his mind. Then he came back in 2025 trying to make an apology video. Let's look at what Fraser had to say. Let's take a gander. I completely understand people are concerned and angry about what's said in Alex's video, and I have created a full document to debunk and explain on my story with screenshots to prove. Please read the document as it provides full context. I've tried my best to handle this situation from the very beginning. This document does show that I'm not trying to come off like a hero, but it's more, dude, I don't, Fraser will crash out the second somebody accuses him of something, okay? That's exactly what it'd be. Is iNabber's real name Fraser? Yeah, it was probably Alex who made it such a public piece of knowledge. Dude, Alex is the reason people know my first name. All right? Alex is the reason people know my first name. Because this motherfucker was on a stupid fucking video with Memulus, and he's like, "Oh, Joe, you don't know Joe. Joe's great. He's been doing commentary for a while." Fucking moron. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh my god. Yeah, your name is Diesel. Never speak the other name. Yeah, my name is Joe Mama. I've seen Alex's videos, and obviously I need to clear things up, as it seems to be confusing lies and misinformation spread on my end. I posted a long Instagram thread about it, but here it is, friendship aspect with Alex. With the friendship thing, I do regret my friendship with Alex, as it was extremely toxic. We barely saw each other and blah, 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 blah. Okay. I still regret the friendship. Now on to the messaging commentary channel things from his private side. This is flat out completely out of context and comes from the time I urge a channel, caution and care. Yeah. So that's literally this is just repeating what we already saw from the messages, but it, you know, Fraser's obviously crashing out. But I'll read it since you're all probably here for the info anyway. Hi, yeah, I know about the situation. Appreciate you reaching out. Would also appreciate not spreading this DMs, but yeah, I've seen it and I don't really know what's going to come from it. I haven't spoken to Alex properly in like 2 months. Scraps ends based on private, unrelated reasons. Alex is still making content as far as I can see, but yeah, the whole thing's pretty fucked up. I've got no clue what either are planning to do from here. I have been told the whole thing has been an ongoing situation for ages and was kept in the dark until I started to see Alice's post. Kind of like how you found out by putting 2 and 2 together. Sadly, I had to do the same thing, even as a friend. Haha. As you can see, it was very confusing to me, but I was clearly trying to diffuse the situation. At the point, I had no idea if it was a true story, bar the leaked screenshots I had seen. But from this point, it was progressively getting worse and worse, seeing leaked messages of Alex calling Alice horrible things. Then more's just coming out. I contacted Alex multiple times. Okay, so they had an hour-long call. We'll call you back in a bit. Dad's calling me. That's okay. My dealings with Alex went back to the moment I found out about anything going on. We wanted to make sure that this was handled properly and called Alex multiple times. But in every instance, Alex did not share anything with us. Crazy. It's almost like I said that exact thing was going to be happening. Dude, everybody calls me Diesel. Even people in real life call me Diesel. But... you know, it's on my Wikitubia page, so it's not like it's, you know, crazy. It's part of my wiki page, okay? But in every instance, Alex did not share anything with us. I did not leak things to that commentary channel, as you can see here. From my experience with Alice, she's a very nice person. There are limited experiences. She does seem like a genuinely good person. Okay. I've said Diesel IRL. I don't know the other guy you said. What does the FPS part mean? You'll never know. It's my most carefully guarded secret. Diesel just fits you better? Yeah. Could you imagine if that was my actual name, though? God. I urged caution, stating my story and pretty much how I didn't want to say anything publicly and that I was in the same position as him and we were both very much in the dark. In every instance, I tried to see rebuttals or responses to screenshots. I got told there were screenshots, but never was it presented with any. Yeah, and I mean privately, not to us, not publicly. Yeah, so he's just not sharing anything. I get that. We're not going to share it anywhere. You have to see how it seems from our perspective. We have legit only seen stuff from her side. It's just shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. I get it. It's tearing me up. Yeah, this is the same thing. I was practically begging Alex to send me screenshots for months and months. And I think until June, when the situation was fully public with TikTok, that had 700,000+ views, he sent me pretty much nothing. The only thing after scouring through our messages is a screenshot from June, where he shows me 2 screenshots in which Alice states he abused her, and she reacted by slapping him once. 2 small YouTubers. There's a TikTok with 700,000 views. I would have told you guys everything if you didn't leak it to my physically abusive ex-girlfriend on day 1. Mate. Alex claimed so many turns to us that he had screenshots proving anything, but he never sent it. And shortly after the situation got even bigger with videos coming out, and Alex responding to some of the things that Alex mentions in the message here. Basically, I has so many things against Alex sent to me and practically nothing defending him. Yet I still remained quiet until all the videos came out, which I had no idea of, and a twit longer, which was hundreds of screenshots versus Alex, who kept claiming he had stuff but showed me nothing. Essentially, I was in the dark on putting these pieces together. But with the YouTuber I leaked things to, I told them to be cautious and even suggested reaching out to Alex and Alice for both their stories, as I wanted to tread carefully. I understand people will get frustrated at lack of info, but hopefully the truth comes out. I'm not sure Alex will say anything about this. Have you reached out to either of them? As you can see, I don't think this is leaking anything. It's more me trying my best to handle an explosive situation. After the stuff with this channel, Alex messaged me explosively and angry, many such cases. And look, maybe he honestly thought I leaked that things to the channel. And look, I spoke to that channel about my own personal things later on, but realistically, in context to what Alex was discussing, it was me trying to diffuse things and handle this all maturely. I didn't want it to become a massive mess. But I did contact Alex throughout all of this when something came out. There were times where I did not respond when I was busy on holiday. The first things came out, I believe I was in Madeira. What the fuck? So I contacted you immediately after she posted DMs of you being verbally abusive, and you said it was bad. And when I asked you for proof, you never sent me anything. You said you couldn't. But as you can see, I definitely tried. But throughout March and June, Alex did call us multiple times as we tried to work it out, what was going on. I have proof, but we couldn't see any during it. To an extent, I get realistic. Oh my God, I can't. Dude, this is run-on sentences. It's hard to deal with that, but I stayed silent until the moment things came out. As you can see, in more ways than me trying to get screenshots. Portuguese island. Okay. You need to show us those texts you mentioned the other day, mate. Like, those messages are really bad, and it would help just seeing the context. Yeah, and that's the same thing again. I get that, but we're not going to share it, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually everything went public and more came out to the extent of what Alex documented I had no idea of. The videos I had zero clue of, and just how bad it seemed was truly sickening. But even before that, I made a statement and I reached out to Alex. Mate, have you seen this and the things posted? Yeah, man, I'm working on my response. Mate, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking for a response from you. What the fuck is this? I'm allowed to call and talk about it. When's your response coming? Hello? Oof. Rough. As you can see, I was angry. I felt lied to, especially after the 70+ pages contradicting everything this man has said to me for 2 to 3 months. I was told a response was coming. It never did, and I did block him after this. Think about this. For 3 months, you've seen screenshots, TikToks, everything about this, and you've tried your best to resolve it privately and work out on what's going on. And then it comes out, and even worse than you originally thought, I genuinely was in disbelief and admittedly was angry at my response to the situation. And given how I lied and how I felt, and given how lied to I was, I felt justified in that. Okay. Even in some of our last ever text messages, Alex even said he felt he couldn't talk to me. Sorry, mate. Genuinely sorry. I felt I couldn't talk to you. I was going to after I came back from my parents, but Alice messaged me. Saying one of you said she'd hit me and shit me up big time. Is that understandable? I felt if I told you guys everything, she'd fucking kill me. Genuinely terrified for my life. I think that you could pass on due to a large wind, personally. And even then, he says sorry for not telling me these things. I totally get that. Don't worry, man. I do understand. I won't blame you for this. It's fucking awful. Look, if you have 10 minutes, I'd love to do a call, a proper one, tomorrow. And I could get you fully up to speed. I genuinely don't have 10 minutes to call. Blah is sleeping, but I probably can call tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Sorry I didn't send you guys the messages about her hitting me. I was scared she'd post more. This whole thing is fucked with me, and obviously I never want to see you as an abuser. But honestly, what you gave me and what she says makes me think that. Basically, it was all words, but even then, barely any and me trying my best to resolve the situation privately. He even says here he didn't send me messages, and I even say I don't want to see him as abuser. Jesus, the grammar in this is killing me, dude. If we can keep this between us, I'd be very grateful. Yeah, man. I'll have to use everything as evidence for damages if it goes to court. So I just don't want to risk anything. Yeah, don't worry. I won't even mention it. Yeah, no idea who might get us all in more shit. Naturally, dude, the guy's already thinking of suing her, dude. He's like, I'm not thinking of doing that. He's thinking of doing that. Come on. Yeah, same. I feel like all these texts are going to be used in a court of law. I even say these texts are going to be used in court, and then a lawyer was also mentioned multiple times. Of course! I feel in context of anyone feel threatened here. If I'm being honest, I did feel like I was being silenced in a way. Yeah, he's threatening litigation against you, dude. Now, Alex probably has to argue that, and this is just my personal feelings, but I think given what he and I have said here, it makes sense. Another thing to note is I said in my stories that Alex never spoke about his relationship with us, which is true. Alex very rarely discussed Alice, and I was constantly under the impression he was happy until around January when they started making sad subtweets and posts about each other. He shows me discussing messages in April and March about the relationship, which confuses me as I've not been private about messaging Alex during this time. I'm just going to skip ahead with the, let's see, blah, blah, blah. With the dislike content creator stuff, I'm not really sure what to say about that. I think Alex has been one of the most disliked content creators since 2019 and has faced a career of controversy since then. And my friendship with him resulted in me getting comments about being friends with a snake. It was something I brushed off as I seriously value loyalty and friendships, and have stuck by Alex until 2024. If I was trying to benefit off him financially, I would have just cut ties a long time ago. It was a very toxic relationship. We were extremely close in 2019 to 2021. 2022, he made a new friendship group, and I don't class us really as friends anymore. We walk the dog together occasionally, but honestly, at that point, it felt like the friendship was over. Okay, are things being added to this as I'm sitting here? Is this being edited live as I'm working with it? What was that? Oh my god. Honestly, I think that covers all the bases here. Realistically, I've tried to handle this situation the best, blah, blah, blah. Edit, I reached out to the channel about this situation with me leaking things to him and got confirmation I did not do this. Man, that's completely fine. I don't know how you explain yourself at all. I get why you did it and was going to message you asking if I could use the DMs you posted to further explain the situation. I don't get it, though. I never leaked anything to you. Can you confirm I basically just said caution and calmness? Yes, 100%. Dude, is Samuel cooking in this, dude? God. Let's see. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, yada, yada, yada. And then there's where the document ends. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And then, where was it? People have said I should have been there for my friend, and I was there from the moment the document dropped. I spoke with him in calls, messages, and never had any resolve. And then more stuff came, of which I had no idea of. And then everything went silent for an entire year. The whole thing is horrible, but I really hope this provides the context you need. Wow. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't think I can poo-poo on Fraser for all this. I know I said a lot of mean things about you, but I do respect your behavior in that. I think you did the correct thing. I think you handled it very professionally and very adult. So I can't front you for that at all. I think it was very, very appropriate. So, but damn, does Alex's shirt still be ugly? Am I right, guys? He's typing in real time. Oh my god, this guy. This guy did not wait a single second. He's actually adding to it. Oh my god. I really have been enjoying this. I think I'm going to run an ad now. We should get Alex live. Nah. Oh, about the free, this free fruit. I see it. Yeah, there's an extra fruit there for you. You know? Dude, Lyrics picked the wrong time to become like a music YouTuber or whatever, right? People are using him as evidence in the ImAlexx drama. I can't wait to see what Danky, Cataclysm, and fucking everybody else involved is gonna do, because like because I can't wait. I am going to milk it. I'm going to milk it, dude. I'm gonna milk it. All right. This is retribution, man. This is retribution. How come this was a bad time for him to post this? Seems like the perfect time. Yeah, for him. Crazy. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm sure other people are streaming about this, so I'm sure you'll go watch more takes on this. But I'm going to go. So thank you all for such an amazing stream. You guys are literally paying the bills this month. Thank you, my Pookies. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell on your way out, guys. All right, I stream weekly. All right, I stream weekly all the time. All right. So stick around. We got more crazy shit to come. I have like the next week of streams planned out.